T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
Here we got a roll program. Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program which puts Apollo 11 on a proper heading. Plus 30 seconds. Roll complete and attention program. One Bravo. One Bravo is a abort control mode. Altitude 2 miles. Apollo 11 Houston, you're good at 1 minute. Downrange 1 mile, altitude 3, 4 miles now. Velocity 2,195 feet per second.
Start model pressure red line is lit. I don't. Where? Yeah, it don't make a difference. No difference. Okay, let's punch him in. Everything just go, Ralph.
We're through the region of maximum dynamic pressure now.
Yeah, everything looks good here. We're 1350 at the start model.
Set 8 miles downrange, 12 miles high. Velocity 4,000 feet per second.
Stand by for mode 1 Charlie. Mars, mode 1 Charlie.
1 Charlie. With Charles 1 taking a station status.
Houston, you are go for station.
Fuck. You guys get to see the music I played. Oh no. Wheel time. Wheel time. Disco went off about his new rule and Destiny being a cucklord. I put in suggestions. Okay. Alright, so. Alright, 1 second. Alright, because I don't want this recorded. Hello. Hey, hi. We're doing games. We're doing games. Let's spin the wheel for Watcher and I think Amazel, right? Yeah, I think it's those two. Yeah. It do be a vibe. Yeah. And then so we have this game to finish. And then when we're done with that, we're going to be doing I have a folder with all the alerts that I think we're going to go with. Nice, not the porn folder. That we're going to keep. I've got like 65 of them. So we're going to like do something with that. So, you know, that's the thing. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I love this game. It's great. I'm sorry, like, give me a mystery game so that way I'm not having to think, especially easy ones. Oh, please, man. Please. Anyways, we're gonna spin the wheel. All right, we're gonna spin the wheel because obviously I'm dumb. Watcher and Mademoiselle. Do you ever do Disco Elysium? I hate Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium doesn't. It just no, just no. All right, no, no. All right, Mademoiselle. There you go. Disco Elysium just doesn't feel great. Okay, I just don't like it. Okay, you know, I just don't like it. Let's go, Mademoiselle. Next we have Shane, aka Watcher. There we go. Spin that wheel later. Hey, how's it going? But yeah, we're just gonna play games, and then I'm gonna try. I have a bunch of bookmarks saved. I have a bunch of bookmarks saved of various things that you guys wanted for alerts and stuff. So we're gonna cut all those up, I think, after we get done with this. I don't actually know. I don't think that we have, like, a lot of game left, right? Like, we basically have solved, like, most of the mysteries and shit. I think we're probably getting down to the end game, alright? So it is what it is. Anyways, so we've basically solved all the issues. Like, we've got the Tamadabako, we've stopped the Curse of the Raging Waves, we stopped the other curse too. And now, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. What about all those game trailers we haven't watched? Were there more? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't checked. Okay, I haven't checked. Alright. And when we get done with this, we can do game trailers. Yeah, that sounds fine. Okay. Might just do that on, like, the YouTube and just do, like, a degen half whatever or something and throw some stuff up and play stuff. Resi, what's the morale dono? I'm gonna be honest, man, I don't know. You'd have to ask. Ronan knows it. I think it's like 160. This is why we're going to set everything up after, okay? So we can go through it. Alright, so anyways, we solved everything. But apparently there's more. Okay. Oh, I could be dead tomorrow. I think that's 6 to 7. I think it's like $6 to $7, I think, is that one. I'm pretty sure. I'm not certain, but I think it's that. Alright, a phone call, Yumeko Shiki. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. Hello, this is Shiki speaking. Miss Shiki, it's me, Ide, from the BA Police Department. Oh, Detective Ide, what is it? Right after we got your call, we went to look into Yamashina, and that Akoma guy you mentioned was working for him. Oh, that's right, how did it go? Not well, that's for sure. We found the old man murdered in his own home. What? About Yamashina. What happened to Yamashina? Well, we tried getting in touch with his secretary first, but he wasn't responding to any attempts to contact him. So we went to his house together, but ended up having to use a spare key to get in as there wasn't anyone else around. After looking around a bit, we found what looked like a cell in one of the outlying buildings that had been shut up tight. A cell? Yeah, we found Yamashina there, collapsed in a pool of blood.
It is what it is. Get off my fucking back! You think I get up? Oh!
I could be dead tomorrow.
Thank you for the 666, Johnny. That is what the old man was saying, basically, because he was trying to kidnap the immortal girl and like torture her and stuff. And now he's dead tomorrow, so it's convenient. It works out. Have there even any more driving mini games? No. We called an ambulance right away, but we could tell at a glance it was already too late. That bad was it? Worse than bad. Just remembering it sends a shiver down my spine. He had this massive wound, like a sharp blade that sliced right through his torso. Hey, Kim. What? First thing that came to mind was the skeletons in the Toba case. Pretty reminiscent, don't you think? Very, but it couldn't be... Do we have an estimated time of death yet? We're still investigating, but the blood wasn't even dry. I'd put it in the last couple of hours. The curse stone housing the curse's Tomoshige has been in my possession the entire time. There's no way anyone else could have used it. My thoughts exactly. Yamashina is quite the big shot in politics and business around these parts. There's worry news of his death might cause a stir, so the higher-ups will probably want us to keep mum about it for a while, for now. I see. That might be for the best, yeah. Weren't there a load of rumors about some succession crisis going on with him? There were indeed, though according to the man himself, he'd already chosen his successor and handed his will to his lawyer to boot. Whoa, really? That should make things go smoothly at least. You don't think there's a possibility that might have served as a motive? You mean the culprit might have been mad they weren't chosen as the successor? I can see that if he hadn't left a will, but you said he had, right? But perhaps they didn't know about it? Huh? Either way, there are more people out there who'd want Yamashina dead than you could shake a stick at. Finding our culprit based on the motive will probably prove tricky. I see. Still, I can't imagine you'd be able to swing around a katana in that tiny little room. This wouldn't be the work of some supernatural phenomenon again, would it? I'm afraid that's looking quite likely. Geez, you sure can do some terrifying things with these curses. I might be non-accountable, we'll see. How are we even meant to investigate this stuff? Our usual methods don't mean a thing if you just curse someone to death like that. About a coma. Oh yeah, we looked into it, and we were able to confirm Yamashina had a man named Kippe Akoma working for him. From what I hear, the guy's also wanted for the solicitation of murder. He is, although we only have testimony to go on right now, so we can't say anything for certain. Still, him having the exact same name as that victim in the Toba skeleton case is pretty confusing. It seems Akoma gave a curse stone, a dangerous tool that lets you curse others to death, to a local one with the intent of causing a massacre. Scary to think there's tools like that around. What happened with that woman, then? She's been apprehended, but it seems she won't be able to talk for a while. Could we ask you to handle taking her in as well? Oh boy, got it, I'll make the necessary arrangements. Thank you, Detective. I'll let you know the details later. Yeah, about Akoma. Someone apparently spotted his company car stopped outside Yamashima's place today. So I had a warrant put out for him as a person of interest. Impressively quick thinking. Well done, Detective. By the way, there's a high chance that Yamashina was killed by a curse contained in one of those curse stones I just mentioned. I figured that might be the case. If Akoma did indeed stop by Yamashina's house today, he's looking increasingly suspect. Looks like we should prioritize tracking him down. But sounds like the guy was a favorite of Yamashina's, if anything. If he really is the culprit, what could have driven him to kill the man he owed so much to? Well, probably that he owed so much to him. I can only assume they had some sort of falling out. Perhaps over the matter of succession or the like? I assumed that Akoma was the successor Yamashina mentioned, but it seems that wasn't the case. Either way, I think we can definitely say he's up to something, especially if this solicitation of murder stuff is true. I'll step to the pace of the search for him. You two take care too, alright? I'll get in touch if there's anything else to share. Please do. August 7th, afternoon. Interesting. For the sounds of things, we should make dealing with this Akoma our first priority. I wonder how Circe and Avi fared in their search. I imagine they made it back to the mainland by now, but we've yet to hear anything from them. Akoma might still have access to his curse, too. The situation is more dangerous than I thought. We should probably get back to the mainland as soon as possible. About that, it seems like the last ferry off the island has already left for today. Damn it, that means we're stuck here as well. We'll have to stay on Kamishina for tonight, yeah. I'll arrange somewhere to stay. Nothing to be done about it, I suppose. Thank you, Soto. It won't be long before the sun sets. And yet I can't help but feel like there's another storm brewing on the horizon. It is weird that it's interesting that they're just adding a whole new villain, basically, right? I kind of love that about this. Because I definitely thought it was like we were at like that end stage, so. Despite being tasked by Yumeko to search for Akoma, Avi, who has fulfilled the goal of his trip, and Circe, feeling better with the curse of the raging waves cleared, chose not to return to the mainland straight away and have fun sightseeing in Kamishina. Interesting. Oh dear. You were doing so much better after the curse got lifted. I didn't notice the time. We got so carried away with the sightseeing, it's already pitch black out here. You're right, time sure flies. The last ferry already left, so I guess we'll have to find a place to stay for the night. Shouldn't we be heading back to the mainland to go after Akoma? Well, there's only so much we can do now. It's not as though we're being paid for it, so let's not lose sleep over it. I see. Very pragmatic of you. I love, like, the white English girl just being like, yeah, we're not getting paid, man. Why do we even, like, really care? Let's see if there's a sticker here. Circe. Earlier, Circe diligently guided us while sightseeing around Kamishima. Most importantly, she seemed to be enjoying herself. Must be a relief not to have to deal with the cursed aura hanging over the island anymore. We seriously lost track of time, though. We need to find a place to stay. Do you spy any inns or hotels around the island? I think I saw a few. It'd be nice to find one before dinner. Maybe we can get a recommendation from one of the locals. That might be difficult. After all, we didn't really manage to get acquainted with anyone on the island. And hopefully that'll teach you a lesson about how you approach people. Ah, right. That may have been on me. Okay, we need to find a place to stay, think. After everything we went through to get the Tamadabako, we ended up handing it to that girl without a second thought. I have a feeling this journey has come to an end. No need to stress ourselves any further. It really is growing quite dark anyways. We should find a place to sleep. Whoa, there's someone there. Huh? Well, I thought I recognized that voice, so it was you, Mr. Barnum. Oh, Mr. Akoma. I'll leave the talking to you. Weren't you the one put in charge of the search? I'm counting on you. Get the info we need. Okay, leave it to me. We need to keep our guard up around Akoma. If he tries anything, I'm counting on you, Circe. I get the shivers just looking at this guy. What a creep. So, when did you get to Kamishima? Did I surprise you? I arrived on a chartered boat just before sunset. Now, wait just a moment. Didn't you say you had a fear of the sea and boats were a no-go? You gotta keep your character traits straight, or else the proofreaders will tear you apart, you know. Well, as it happens, my condition was miraculously cured earlier today, so I was able to come here after all. Miraculously cured, is it? Come on. If you're gonna just throw in convenient plot devices like that, it's a total disservice to the art. Whatever, I have more important things to ask you. A whole lot of things, as a matter of fact. Sure, what is it? Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. Talk about the bronze mirror. Why'd you ask us to come to Kamishima to search for the Siltide mirror? Well, it's simple enough. If something like the Curse of the Raging Waves truly exists in these waters, surely it would be best to see it lifted, no? And it seems that it has, in fact, been dispelled. You did not disappoint, Mr. Barnum. Oh, well, it's not like we actually did anything to lift it, though. Is that so? We did learn that the bronze mirror once belonged to Princess Hatsune, who was sacrificed to appease the curse, however. Mr. Akoma, how did you know the Curse of the Raging Waves had been lifted? To be honest, it's hard to put into words, but it seems as though I've got a little bit of spirit sense myself. I suppose the curse must have been what caused that ominous aura to surround the island before, right? I see. I suppose someone with a bit of spirit sense would be able to tell whether the curse was still around with ease. In any case, since the curse has been dispelled, the matter of the bronze mirror is also settled. You have my thanks. I suppose you're right. You're welcome. Talk about Azusa Somikawa, which is, yeah, the woman we mermaided. So about Azusa, the descendant of Taishima. Why do I think this is an indie game when it's a Square game? I'll probably buy the series myself. The first game, if you like these things, I like the first one better. I do like this one a lot. The first one was, it was a killing game. You know, it was like a killing game type mystery. So you're trying to figure out, there's like a bunch of murderers and you kind of figure out who they are pretty quickly, but there's like way more going on with that. That's something I really, really like about it, but you know, yeah, that's what I would say. It's like, yeah, this is like, the first one was really good. I really love the art of this one too. You know what I mean? Like, just in general, the kind of like grain filter, whatever that they have on this, it just, I don't know. I think it puts it together really well. I don't remember telling you her name. That's no obstacle for a man of my caliber. We figured it out in no time. Did you now? Very impressive. I suppose I ought to apologize on her behalf. She's rather difficult to deal with, is she not? So did you manage to get a hold of Tamadabako then? Come again? From what I understand, she was last seen going out to sea on a boat with a foreigner. And she has evidently been missing ever since. Forgive me, it seems my hesitation to introduce to her has caused you some inconvenience. No, not really. Don't worry about it. So you were after the Tamadabako too, Mr. Akoma. How come you're so calm when you already know what happened? Believe me, there were times when I wasn't, but at this point, things like that no longer matter to me. Interesting. Things like what? The Tamadabako. In fact, it seems as though I no longer have any use for it. I admit there's been some tension between us, but what do you say? Why don't we put that behind us? Okay. Seriously. Pensive, nervous look. Okay. Whatever became of Miss Samokawa is no longer of any concern to me. In hindsight, I suppose I should have introduced you sooner. You might be misunderstanding. Talk about Kikuko. So let me get straight to the point. You know a woman named Kik, don't you? Ugh, he just came right out and said it. Kik... Yeah, the young woman from Kamishima that used to work at my company. Was that her name? You used that girl as a pawn in one of your schemes, didn't you? We nearly died because of her, you know? I beg your pardon, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know anything about that. I most certainly did not put her up to anything so heinous. So you're saying you did not give her a curse stone, then? To help get her recognized by Yamashima, since she was his illegitimate child, or something like that. A curse stone? Unk's illegitimate child? What on earth are you talking about? You really have no idea. Don't try to pull a quick one. Who filled your heads with such nonsense? As a matter of fact, we heard straight from Kik herself. She told you all that. Where is she now? I demand to know what compelled her to come up with such a ridiculous story. We got her confined at her home, but I'm afraid she won't be able to talk for a while. Oh, I see. Anyway, whatever she told you, that girl is delusional. What troublesome fantasy she crafted. Indeed. So, who did she get the curse from then? I'm afraid I know no more than you do. Ask about the business card. Then what about the business card you gave me? It was the target of the curse. Care to explain? Excuse me, I don't quite follow. The symbol on your business card turned out to be a marker for the curse. Dear me, this is the first time I've ever heard such a thing. Oh, so you didn't know? Of course not. That emblem is a treasured symbol that Unk bestowed upon me when my company was founded. Unk? You mean Yamashima? So you really had no idea. You said it was used as a curse marker. That's a serious accusation. Well, you're implying that Unk was behind such a scheme. That's outrageous. But you have to admit, it's not hard to come to that conclusion. These groundless accusations are deeply insulting and absolutely infuriating. I will not tolerate such insolence from anyone. I honestly expected more from you. Alright, calm down. Sorry, we'll look into it some more, okay? Very well, it's the very least you could do. The sheer audacity. Insulting man's business card and benefactor. How utterly disgraceful. I insist you take it all back. I truly am deeply sorry. So overwhelmingly apologetic from the bottom of my sorry heart. Talk about his reason for coming. So why'd you come all the way out here to Kamishima? That's what I wanted to talk about. More than anything else, I would like to take care of my business right away. What may that be? I wanted to ask you about it. I believe there's a woman by the name of Sato living on the island. You wouldn't have to know her whereabouts, would you? Sato? Oh, I think I met a woman with that name earlier today, but I have no idea where she might be now. I see, so you're not familiar with her. This is bad news. I based after the Tamarabako that I gave her. It can't be. There's no way he'd know about that. Maybe he knows she's immortal. But if he's simply after immortality, why bother with that and not just go straight for the Tamarabako? Very well, thank you so much. My apologies for keeping you. As I need to continue my search, I'll take my leave now. Good luck with that. You'd think like they would tail the guy, right? You sure about letting him go? Wouldn't it be better to restrain him? There wasn't enough evidence to do so. Do you think he's actually innocent and Yamashina was the one pulling the strings the whole time? I don't think we know enough to judge. Well, it's not like he can get off the island that easily, so maybe we should just report that we saw him. Good point. He mentioned a chartered boat. Maybe we could mark it to keep an eye on it. Turns out staying another night in Kamishima was the right call after all. I've got to hand it to myself. It's just genius. Anyways, let's go and report to Miss Shiki and call it a day. Interesting. Okay. intentions. I see. So you can be certain that Kipe Akoma is on Kamishina right now. Yeah, no doubt about it. From what I gathered from the islanders just now, there are signs that someone landed a boat in the Gulf on the other side of the island. That must have been Akoma. Huh, so he's come like a moth to the flame. That sounded a bit diabolical. I think the fatigue is starting to get to you. Why would Akoma come all the way to Kamishima? There's a good chance he was responsible for Yamashina's murder, too. We'll have to tread carefully. It really has been one thing after another with this case. I'm getting pretty worn out. Alright, we're doing this. This makes, like, finding the stickers super easy, because they stick out, like, really hard. Alright, sorry, I wanted to check that star there, because it was, like, really red. You know? Is there a sticker here? I don't think so. They said moth? Oh, chill. Just chill, man. We're used to the moth stuff. Alright, we'll do Soto first. I've worked with Soto for a long time now, but I don't think I've ever seen him sleep on guard in front of others. He's used to sleeping outside, too. I wonder what his day-to-day life is normally like. When did you find the time to go around getting information from the islanders, Soto? Yeah, I took advantage of our rest break earlier to make a few inquiries. I appreciate the hard work, but shouldn't you have taken the time to rest? Stopping to take a breather every now and then is important, too. I'm afraid it's a bit difficult in this line of work. A single moment of complacency could prove fatal. I really do wonder if we live in the same world. Since when was society so violent? Just make sure to rest when you can. Don't push yourself too hard. No need to worry. I'll be sure to get enough rest. Thank you for your concern. I'm nervous that he's evil. I'm really nervous that this guy is actually evil. And, like, in on everything, you know? The darkened townscape stretches out before us, silent and still. I had thought of lifting the curse of the raging waves would see it return to the peaceful fishing town it was previously. But it seems the shadow looming over Kamishina won't be dispelled until we deal with whatever's lurking out there in the darkness. Despite the strength of her abilities, Circe's still a child. I was worried about keeping her up so late. But apparently exorcists do most of their work at night, so she actually starts feeling more energetic around this time. Is it just me, or is this industry something of a bad influence? I was sure you and Avi would have returned to the mainland by now. I had no idea you were still on Kamishina. He's definitely Ashley coded. I don't know. Ashley's not evil. She's just mean. Alright. Well, we were having so much fun sightseeing. Time just got away from us. We were sightseeing the whole time. I suppose it worked out for the best, so I can't complain. I'm sure you and Avi would have returned to the mainland by now. I had no idea you were still on Kamishina. Well, we were having so much fun. Time got... Arnav. Avi has ended up being quite the key figure in all this, although I doubt that was his intention at all. Those driven by their dreams rather than profit do have a tendency to drag in everyone else with them in their wake, for better or worse. I suppose that's a bit rich coming from me, though. Still, from what you've said about him, your description of Akoma is quite different than what we've heard of the man on our end. We can hardly believe our ears, either, to think Yamashina had already been killed by a curse. And the police are searching for Akoma as a suspect in his murder. Talk about a bombshell. Yeah, it was a real surprise. You say Akoma seemed to have no idea about either the curse stones or what Kik was planning. That's right, swore the accusations against him were absurd, all while looking innocent as a lamb. Like, I think Akoma, whatever his name is, I think that's actually Tokashige, which was the guy who fed Sato the mermaid meat like 800 years ago, right? I have this feeling, right, that it's something to do with that, and I don't know how to describe it. That's right, swore the allegations against him were absurd, all while looking innocent as a lamb. It's entirely possible he's just feigning innocence. I wouldn't believe him so easily myself. We have no proof of his crimes, after all. All he has to do is pretend he knows nothing and our hands are tied. Still, there's a warrant out for his arrest now, no? Can't you throw the book at him here and be done with it? It'd be dangerous to do anything rash. I'd like to at least get a better idea of his intentions before making a move. Still, with Soto and Circe here, I don't think we should have anything to fear from paranormal phenomena. If worst comes to worst, surely you two could restrain him by force. Well, we probably could deal with most things. But in the event we couldn't, the situation would likely end up being completely hopeless. Right. I don't even want to imagine what sort of situation that would be. Probably one where he curses and tries to kill someone, right? Do you see where Akoma headed after you parted ways with him? Sorry, I don't really remember. But if you chartered a boat to get here and stopped in the Gulf, wouldn't we be able to nab him eventually if we hung around there? Unfortunately, I don't think it would be so simple. If he stopped it somewhere out of the way, we struggled to find it in this darkness. Huh, that's true. Well, if we really get stuck, I should be able to find out where he is using dowsing. He is using dowsing. Just let me know and I'll give it a shot. I thought your target had to have some sort of spiritual energy for you to find it. That's right, but he said himself he had some sort of spirit sense, and he has a pretty unique aura, too. I think it would work. That would be a huge help. We'll keep that in mind. You know, I still find it hard to believe that a young man would be capable of such foul crime. Oh, Avi, you're so gullible. Heartless, the lot of you. You won't even consider the possibility of this being one big misunderstanding? Alright. By the way, is it true that Mr. Akoma can use curses without a curse stone? Based on what we heard at the scene of Mr. Yamashina's murder, I think we've come to conclude that he can. So it is possible. Why is this star going on and off? What's going on here? That's something, right? What does your assistant over there think? Good idea. Let's see what Soto has to say. Soto, how likely is it that Akoma could use that curse without a spirit stone? Yeah, about that. There have indeed been cases of powerful psychics using the spirits of the dead to cast curses on others. However, doing so requires a great deal of skill. Only a handful of people would be capable of such a feat. And even fewer would be able to do so with a curse capable of killing people in a single blow, let alone over a distance. The man did say he had a bit of spirit sense. I suppose that wouldn't be enough, though. Not at all. My thoughts exactly. Let's see. Though if I were to speculate, so there is something. Curses are not always born from the spirits of the dead, you see. If a number of people were to harbor a strong grudge for decades, even centuries, that grudge itself could become a curse. So the supernatural equivalent of strength in numbers, huh? You could say that. Still, it would take a large number of people holding a grudge over an extremely long period of time to achieve. I suppose it is a bit unlikely Akoma would have access to a curse like that. This would be why curse stones are so dangerous. Access to one allows even amateurs to use highly potent curses. You heard that just now, I hope. Yeah, I'm sorry already, man. Still, something doesn't sit quite right with me about all this. Akoma must have known it would be hard to escape pursuit here. What could have brought him here despite that risk? I can shine some light on that, actually. I believe he said he was looking for the girl called Sato. Seemed awfully keen on finding her, too. Sato? You don't mean Sato Shiranami. Oh, you know her then. We do. A girl with quite unique characteristics, to be sure. Could that be why Akoma is looking for her? But what is he planning? Ah. The chances are high Akoma is still looking for Sato, then. If so, it would be in our best interest to find her first. If nothing else, it would put us in a good position to bargain with him. Agreed, we should try to, Something wrong? You said Akoma arrived on this island before sundown, yeah? We did indeed. If he's really that keen on finding her, surely it wouldn't take him that long to do so. Finding a single girl on a small island like that shouldn't be this difficult. All he would have to do is ask around, no? You have a point. I doubt he's been wandering in circles all this time. Maybe he isn't looking for her, but not seriously after all. Or he had some other business he wanted to take care of first. You there, I finally found you. Shota? Well, who do we have here? I'm not mistaken, that would be Mr. Wakamura's son, Shota. You're from the police, right? You gotta help me. My old man, he's... Mr. Wakamura, something's happened to him? What? Mr. Wakamura was found cut down in his own home? You're not saying... The clinic's doctor is taking a look now, but I saw that wound. There's no way he could have survived that. I tried to call police, but Yuza Minakushi told me to come get you instead. I see. Thank you for letting us know. We'll be there right away. Ma'am, given the time, can we assume this is a coma's handiwork? Chances are high, yeah. You don't mind me asking, mister, did a man called a coma drop by your house at all? What? A coma? So you're saying he's the one who killed my old man? Calm down, you know him then. He's in his 20s, he's wearing a suit, though he looks really old for his age. Yeah, that's him. I met him earlier today. You met him? When? Today, before sunset, a man I'd never seen before came up to me. He said he was the head of an event company, had to come here to gather information or something. Pretty sure the name of the business card on his business card was Ikoma. What? He gave you his business card? Yeah, what about it? He said he was there to gather information. What happened to looking for Sato Shiranami? Wait, Sato, you're saying Sato has something to do with that guy? Alright everyone, I'm gonna head to Wakamura House with Shotaro here. Soto, I leave searching for Sato Shiranami to you, Circe, and Avi. Find her before Ikoma does, and take her into your custody. I'm counting on you. Understood. Wait, we have to help out too? Please do. The more people we have on hand, the better. Now, Shotaro, lead the way. I'm so curious about this Shota character. Oh, wait, over there. There he is. He's right there. Oh, that's him. It's Ikoma. What's up? Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll be up. Alright, sounds good. What? I mean, that's him. That's the guy. What's Ikoma doing here? It seems he hasn't noticed us yet. Should we make our move now, or should we let him go for now to get a better idea of what he's up to? First things first, I have to see whether my suspicions are correct. Yeah, he's immortal. Or I knew it. Ma'am, is he... There's no doubt about it. He's an 800-year immortal. He noticed us. Ah, he's running away. Ma'am, should I give chase? Please do. Follow him and find out where he's headed. On it. Don't be reckless. Keep your guard up and be careful. It looks like we have a change of plans. Circe, Avi, you're coming with me. Let's go. Yeah, it doesn't make sense they would split up the, like, people that can use spirit powers and stuff, right? Like, it just straight up doesn't make any sense. That's how that would happen. Real name. Sato hides in the Kisho ruins at night, where she finally comes face to face with someone. Who might you be? I'm sure it was a hassle to get you out here. Looks like I made it just in time. Huh? You aren't an easy one to find, you know, but at last we finally get to meet again, my dear Sato. Can you please answer my question? Who are you? Are you being serious? This is isn't one of your usual silly acts? Come on now, really? You forgot about me after what, just 400 years? That stings, you know. 400 years. Think. I know this guy claims to be Kippei Ikoma, who's apparently another 800-year immortal. That's not the real issue. I need to know who he really is, not who he claims to be. I don't think he's about to just come out and tell me. Looks like he enjoys being cryptic. Although I didn't expect him to just say he knew me 400 years ago. That's a huge clue. Who exactly was he 400 years ago? If I push a little, maybe I can draw it out. I think it's Tokushige. But man, did I really come across that as a spaced out, even back then? So you're saying that you know me from 400 years ago. Well, we never done it directly then. I can hardly believe it. He's getting closer. Who would have thought my dear Asato was Princess Hatsune all along? How do you know I used to be called Hatsune? Back then, 400 years ago, I never realized it was you, so sorry about that. Huh? He knew about me. As the story goes, that Princess Hatsune was offered up to hold down the curse of the raging waves, sleeping for ages down there, huh? Who knew immortality could be put to such a creative use? Truly selfless, admirable stuff brings a tear to my eye. Not really, there wasn't any other choice, and I wasn't actually asleep, so it was pretty awful. Also, could you please answer my question instead of going off on your own tangent? Well, it turns out the resentment I bore was heavier than the curse you were holding back. I just told you to stop. Wait a second, the resentment you bore. Thanks to that, ever since then, anytime I got near Taishima's waters, a raging storm would well up. Every time. I've tried countless times over the last 400 years, but each and every time my ship went under, I've had my fair share of trouble too, you know. That would make you the Raging Waves curse bearer. Huh? Alright, I guess I ended up becoming quite the legend here in Kamishima, didn't I? There's only one person you could really be then. Sounds like you finally remember me. This is gonna be the ancestor of what's his name? Although centuries have passed, would you be so kind to address me once again? Call me by my real name once more. Oh, man. Profile. No, files? This isn't gonna be it. We gotta look up Taishima, I think. Right? Like, who was the one that imprisoned her under the water? The invasion of Taishima. Kuki? Oh, no, so it can't be Kuki. Probably not Yoshitaka, right? I think Kuki, it's Kuki, or it's gonna be, Soto's ancestor, right? A man named Somakawa. Oh. That can be it, right? So it's either Tsukumikado, Kuki, Somakawa. Alright, let's try Kuki first. Let's try that first. Kuki? Oh, come on, that's not even close. Do you really not know? Alright, try again. You should remember it. Files from past, make it clear. Dude. I'm gonna lose it, man. Alright, so it's not Kuki. It feels like it's gotta be Tomoshige. Right? Tomoshige was what I thought it was before the season started. Let's try that. Tomoshige. Huh? Tomoshige. Wrong. Oh! Then you're Taira no Tomoshige of the Taira clan from 800 years ago. Okay, never mind. Or wait, am I wrong? Didn't think you'd get it so quickly. You always manage to surprise the hell out of me. I was gonna ease you into it step by step, let the truth sink in nice and slow. Huh? Screw it, you nailed it. Bingo. Glad you actually remembered, even if it took too long. Welcome back, Asato of Kasawa. Wait, Kasawa? Oh, that's right. Bio open updates. Huh. So the Curse of the Raging Waves wasn't even about the people on Taishima getting, like, murdered. Like, as, like, a populace. I remember now. Everything's coming back to me. You're Lord Tomoshige. I've waited long for this moment, Asato. You're telling me you became an 800-year-old immortal as well? I can't believe it. Indeed, I ate mermaid flesh to become an 800-year immortal just before you did. 800 years ago, we sailed out searching for mermaids, trying to restore the Haika name to glory. We found one, sure enough, but those Genji bastards had laid an ambush. They attacked us, tore us apart. But seeing we had both become immortal, we both continued to live our separate lives. I never knew. I thought I was the only one left. Spent all these years thinking I was the only one. You and me both, Asato. It's surely a miracle we were able to meet like this once again. Listen, Asato. When I realized this body couldn't die, I decided it was my fate to use it in whatever way I could to restore the Haika clan. The grief, the hatred, the curses of my bloodline who died screaming in resentment, I carried all of it with me in this body. They screamed at me, "You'll finish what we couldn't, that's why you're immortal, damn it." Their voices never stopped, centuries of the family's rage clawing at my skull every day, every night. Even so, nothing ever worked, but I knew I couldn't give up. That obsession of mine rotted into resentment, festering for decades, centuries, building and twisting inside me. Until finally, centuries of resentment and rage congealed into a curse, something I could control, wield. A curse born from that obsession. The bronze mirror I carried absorbed that same resentment, and over time it transformed into a curse stone. So your goal was to use the power of that curse in the flesh of a mermaid to restore the Haika clan. Indeed. That vow was all I had left. It was the one thing that kept me crawling through these 800 years of hell. I sucked up to people in power and gathered followers so I could build an immortal army. But it couldn't be out in the open. Everything had to be done in the shadows, always unseen. Even with immortality and curses on my side, it was damn near impossible. No matter what I tried, power was always out of reach. The path to claim the Haika name was always filled with peril. It was always one fucking problem after the next. Nothing ever went the way I wanted it to. Before I knew it, the world had changed into one where military power alone was no longer the key to control. I just don't have the power or the time to rule this goddamn new age. Fuck it all. And so, here we are. Before I knew it, my 800-year lifespan was burning out. The end was right there, staring me in the face. That's when something broke in me. All that's left was emptiness. 8 centuries and nothing to show for it. Just the truth that I've achieved nothing. Tell me, Asato, what were those 800 years of me giving it everything I had worth? What was it all for? I can't say. When I realized my lifespan was finally coming to an end, I almost felt relieved, like dying might actually finally set me free. It was then that I happened to hear of you. That you, my Asato of Kasawa, were still alive on Kashima, also as an 800-year immortal. That moment was the first light to pierce my darkness in 800 goddamn years. Aren't you exaggerating a little? Not at all. This is an 800-year-long miracle of fate, Asato, don't you see? Back then when the Haika fell, you were the only one who stayed with me. You were the only one who comforted me. When my final day comes, I want it to be with you. That's the only thing I want now. If I can just have that, then maybe this is all worth something after all. You understand, don't you? You must. The curse kept me from ever setting foot on Kamishima. So I manipulated Unk. I used him to reach you and claim you for myself. Hold it on. This is getting a bit too much. What's so funny? Oh, Asato, you're blushing. You truly are so lovable. No need to act shy now. 800 years ago, we were bound by a vow of love. We were? I don't remember that. Bro was fucking macking a 17-year-old 800 years ago. Man, what an ephebophile. You kept the bronze mirror I gave you, did you not? That should be proof enough. What? No, that's not what you think. Come now. We certainly took the long way around, you and I. We finally found our way back here. After everything, meeting again like this can only be a blessing of fate. This is what our curse of immortality was all for. Our final glorious crossing into the next world, together. No. I mean, yeah, it is the end, but... You've been waiting for it too, haven't you? The day this cursed life finally ends? Come on, Osato. Let's meet that day together. Let's finally be free of all the endless pain. I am Osato Okasawa. At the end of the Heian period, I worked as a maidservant for the Bureau of Onmyo. That's when I first met Taira no Tomoshige. By chance, he took a liking to me and made me part of his household. After the fall of the Heike, the world spun into chaos. We were too busy surviving to think about anything else. I remember those days now. We ran from one hiding place to another, and I had no one to depend on but him. But those memories are so distant now. Bro, it's... Okay. So distant, it's hard to tell them apart from something I might have seen on a TV show last week. And now that I think about it, the only reason I kept that bronze mirror after the attack was because it was the only one thing I had left when I washed ashore. It was the only clue to who I was. I held onto it out of loneliness, that's all. As a trace of a past I could barely remember. I'm afraid I never even had a shred of affection for Lord of Tomoshige, even back then. It really is him, Lord Tomoshige. I remember him now. He was always just like this. All pride and vanity, puffed up with his own importance, the very image of an arrogant Heike. No wonder he failed so spectacularly. Anyone would, acting like that. And still, part of me can't help but feel sorry for him. And now I think about it. Okay, no, we already did that. So what's left? Oh! He just turned around. Why are you so silent? Say something. You know as well as I do that our lives are almost up. It could be over by tomorrow. What are you hesitating for? Sato, say something. I'm talking to you nicely, and you just stand there like a fucking idiot. Wake up. All you need to do is be grateful and come to my side. That's it. Stop being so fucking pathetic. But what if I refuse? Are you fucking kidding me? After all these years, there is no refusal. You would dare defy me. That was never even a fucking option. Come with me right now. If you dare to try to say no again, I'll ensure you receive due punishment. I have harsher methods I can use. Harsher methods? I told you I can use the curse, remember? A curse that targets a certain pattern and slices anyone with it clean through. Nice and painful. He is super evil. But even if you use that to hurt me, if I just hold on until tomorrow, your time will run out. You'll never get what you want. Are you really that dumb? Why would I use it on you? You're immortal. Huh? Before I came here, I handed out dozens of business cards with a target pattern to people on the islands. You wouldn't. With just a flick of my wrist, these stupid islanders will be dead in an instant. You get what I'm trying to tell you, right? You're holding these people here hostage? They're just insurance, a way to ensure you'll come with me. In fact, the old man Wakamura was so stubborn about handing you over, I had to deal with him first. You mean you killed him? So what will you do? You have two options, Osato. Time to choose. Obey and come with me quietly, or let your selfishness condemn these innocent people to a brutal death. Come with me only after you watch them die. No. We have to refuse, man. Bro, we have to refuse, right? Like we have to refuse him, right? Yeah, we gotta refuse. We're a strong, independent woman. I still can't. I won't follow you. I refuse. You selfish little brat. Very well. I'll make you regret that choice. Let's see how long that defiance of yours holds out. Okay. Oh! Interesting. Okay. We need a plan. After discovering the corpse of Shinobu Wakamura, Yuza and Azami realize the threat of curses still remains. They meet up with Sato and Tsukasa and gather at the place of their childhood days to discuss what's next. Huh. What? You can't be serious. Old man Wakamura was murdered. Seems that way. I called the police to look into it. It probably has something to do with the slashing curse. That means whoever's causing the curse is on the island at this very moment. Oh my god, that's terrifying. I thought they'd already found the curse stone that was causing this to happen. But it looks like we're not out of danger yet. This is too much. So the curse is still hanging around? How does that even happen? Any stickers? Guys, got any fucking stickers, man? We're gonna we are gonna have to go back and get them all. We'll go right to left. What's this slashing curse business all about, Yuza? Well, to be completely honest, someone planned to use that curse to commit a massacre today. What the hell? Who would do that? Don't worry, the culprit was caught this afternoon. The curse was targeting the symbol on the back of the Kameshi Maru hand mirrors. I know the ones you're talking about. So anyone with one of those mirrors would have been a potential target. That's so scary. Oh, that's why Azami took everyone's hand mirrors this afternoon. Yeah, just doing my part. But the police apparently found the curse stone that was used to release the curse. Things probably would have been fine even if I hadn't collected the mirrors. It can't have been easy, though. Thanks for doing that, Azami. Even if the police found some rock, a bunch of people were saved because of you. When you put it like that, I feel like I really helped out. She hasn't seen a corpse for herself, so the reality of the situation hasn't sunk in. I told her before that everything was going to be okay, so it's no wonder she's shocked by the news. But just because there are no mirrors left doesn't mean we're free and clear, right? Yeah, I somehow doubt Mr. Wakamura had one of those hand mirrors. That means there may be other items with that symbol on them. How am I ever supposed to relax ever again? Think the police will find the culprit while we're hiding in here? I hope so. They're probably searching for him as we speak. Alright, so we talked to her. I'm sure he's thinking about what to do next, about how to help everyone on the island. Azami always worries about everyone else before he worries about himself. He really is a good guy. Hey, Yuza, I got a question. What's up? Isn't the slashing curse the thing Kik tried to use? But she was arrested. You don't think she's trying again, do you? Well, I think it's a possibility. We should probably avoid mentioning her to the others unless we can prove she's involved. You're right. We don't want to scare them any more than we already have. What are you two whispering about over there? Just some rumors. We don't want to spread stuff we don't actually know is true. Well, now I'm even more curious. Do you think Tsukasa realized Kik might be a suspect in the hand mirror thing? Yeah, she might have. But I don't think she'll say anything, even if she has. You're probably right. I think she gets why we aren't naming names. Ordinarily bright and cheerful, she says nothing as the darkness clouds her features. Even she can't hide her concerns now that the situation has become so dire. Unlock past recollection chapter, natural talent. What did we miss? I thought I could avoid speaking to her, but I don't know if I can hold back anymore. Oh, are you talking to me? Actually, maybe you should be... There's a chance the culprit is after you, after all, so stay alert. Now I'm even more scared. Wait, really? Why would they be after Sato? Well, it just seems to me like that would be the case. Do they not remember the phone call? Yuza, do you know something that we don't? Well, yeah, I can't keep anything hidden from you, so I might as well come out and say it. The truth is, Sato here ate mermaid flesh a long time ago and is now an immortal girl. That is not how I imagined bringing this up. Wait, what? Seriously? How did you already know that, Yuza? Was that part of the Tamakazuki vision too? Something like that. Hold up, I'm not following any of this. You had a Tamakazuki vision. What does that even mean? Yeah, this is a lot to take in. I guess now's a good time to explain everything. Cool. You ran into a Tamakazuki while you were diving, and it showed you a vision of a different future? Sato ate mermaid flesh and became an immortal hundreds of years ago? Yeah, the whole thing is pretty bizarre. Funny world we live in, huh? After this, I don't think I can deny any supernatural mystery or cult conspiracy theory ever again. You're really taking all this well, Yuza. This is the wildest thing I've heard all day. And Sato, I always thought you were a little different, but I didn't realize you were straight out of the history books. Sorry about deceiving you. No, I seriously had no idea. You fit into the modern era so effortlessly. Well, I watch a lot of TV to learn how to fit in. I love TV. Oh, I get it now. The Tamakazuki is also why you knew about the hand mirrors, right? Exactly. That's why I secretly enlisted Azami's help. I have to thank you again for that, Azami. None of this would have worked out if you hadn't trusted me. I was pretty unconvinced at first, but you're so uncharacteristically serious that I didn't have a choice. I really learned an important lesson. The more you joke around, the less likely people are to believe you when you need them to. I mean, you know. Shout out Brandon Buckingham, right? You wouldn't be you if you weren't messing around. I don't think you need to change a thing. I mean, I may have learned a lesson, but that doesn't mean I was planning on changing. Oh, that's the spirit. Never change, man. Anyway, on a more serious note, Sato is probably being targeted because she's immortal, right? That's totally gotta be it. That's also the thing we found out earlier. Old man Wakamura was close to some rich guy called Unk. He said he'd break the curse of the Raging Waves, but only if Wakamura handed over Sato. That's right. Wakamura said it was to protect the islanders. I can't believe I didn't notice all this happening. Didn't Yuza already break the curse of the Raging Waves? So there's no need to give Sato to anyone, right? That's true, but things may be worse now. That rich guy might resort to more drastic measures. Oh, that's a good point. I think we got a better grasp on what's going on. If Sato really is being targeted, we have to do whatever we can to protect her. I agree, we should probably stay up here for a while so no one finds us. I really appreciate everything you guys are doing, but this would all be over if I just gave myself up. Not a chance. I'm not about to let you do anything like that. You have no idea what they do to you. I'm going to be honest, dying repeatedly for 400 years sucks. Spending one day with this Tomoshige guy, I'm sure that's also not great. But like, you know. She's right. We won't let anything happen to you, Sato. What's that? I think someone's outside. This is bad. Someone's coming. Really, Sato, hide quick. No, wait, I think I know him. Oh. Oh, this is where you've been hiding. You really gave us a fright. You're Miss Shiki's assistant, right? Yeah, my name is Soto Kiryu. Are you all right, Miss Shiranami? Yeah. A man who wishes to harm Miss Shiranami is heading this way. We have very little time. Wait, what? Are they really after Soto? It's likely the same person who murdered Mr. Wakamura. We must be prepared to defend ourselves. Is there anything we can do? Alright, he has one of the curse stones. So, we're just gonna curse this guy, right? When I first met him, he seemed like a pretty level-headed man, if a little scary. But it's definitely nice to have a psychic around when you're being targeted by a deadly curse. The man headed this way is one Kipe Akoma. He has come from the mainland. According to Shiki, he's an 800-year immortal. What? An immortal? Seriously, and another immortal like Sato? It would seem like that you are all aware of Miss Shiranami's condition. It seems like almost everyone knows it by this point. I see. But he's already immortal. What does he want with Sato? That remains unclear. Perhaps Miss Shiranami can shed some light on the issue. Do you know anything about this man, Akoma? No, nothing. In fact, we thought we were being hunted by someone working for a person named Unk. That is correct. Akoma was indeed one of Unk's subordinates. I knew it. You say was. You mean he doesn't work for Unk anymore? Well, Unk, or rather, Yoshiatsu Yamashina, was found dead in his home earlier today. He was apparently murdered by a curse inflicted by a coma, in precisely the same manner as Mr. Wakamura was killed. What? Yamashina? Huh? That means he can't be looking for Sato on Unk's behalf. Just so. And that makes his motive for seeking Miss Shiranami completely unclear. Is it possible this Akoma person can use curses without a curse stone? That does appear to be the case. And yet, very few people will be capable of wielding a curse powerful enough to inflict mortal wounds without assistance. Is there any chance he stole back his curse stone? No, the curse stone for the curse of Tomoshige is in my possession. In fact, I have it with me now. That bronze mirror is a curse stone. Indeed, this is a separate artifact from the Still-Tide mirror. It is interesting, however, that both relics were made of bronze mirrors. Oh, that mirror. I'm pretty sure it belonged to Taira no Tomoshige. What? How could you know that? Oh, I believe I understand. It's all clear now. Considering all the information I've gathered thus far, there's a distinct possibility that Kippe Akoma has actually lived for 800 years and none other than Taira no Tomoshige. So she had to... Oh. Okay. I think I see what's happening. Indeed, 800 years is certainly enough time to accumulate the resentment needed to create a curse. How could anyone have held fast to such enmity for centuries? As the sole inheritor of the entire clan's resentment, the depths of his malice would be overwhelming. Wait, what? I don't get it. What are you saying? There is no time, so I'll give you a brief synopsis. We can discuss it in depth at a later date. Okay, let's hear it. All current evidence indicates the man who has been searching for Miss Shiranami, Kippe Akoma, has been alive for over 800 years. He was known as Taira no Tomoshige during the Heian period, when he likely became an 800-year immortal. And we can assume he gained the ability to wield the curse, a curse that launches a slashing attack at a certain symbol via his clan's accumulated resentment. Launches an attack at a certain symbol. So you're saying the symbol was on the mirrors, too. That's my current supposition. It would be the same power that was contained within a curse stone. Using that cursed power, Akoma murdered his ally, Unk, and then proceeded to kill Mr. Wakamura. What a monster. Can't you use your powers to stop him or something? It's impossible. It isn't impossible. I believe it would be unwise to provoke him any further at the moment. Is there something else we should be worried about? Well, it appears he passed out business cards with a curse symbol written on them to a number of the island's residents. He encouraged people to keep them in their pockets, so there's no telling how many people are currently carrying one. Seriously. Even if the curse has an activation range, as long as he's on the island, we all have to assume that all those people are at risk. That he can kill as many people as he wants whenever he wants. Holy shit, that's insane. We probably shouldn't have provoked him further then. The entire island has been taken hostage. Until we do something to remedy the situation, we cannot move against him. What can we even do? We don't have the time to find everyone who has a business card right now. Why don't we use the island PA system and tell everyone to throw out the cards? It's possible that Akoma would hear the broadcast and use the curse before anyone could react. Yeah, I guess that might push him over the edge. There's just not enough time to do anything else. I might have something. Why don't I meet with Akoma to buy us some time? If I'm the one he's after, I bet he won't curse anyone while I'm talking with him. No way, that's too dangerous. Don't worry, I'm immortal, so nothing can happen. But if I'm lucky, I might be able to get him to reveal his intentions, or even find some way to end all this. Mr. Kiryu, this might be the best way for us to buy some more time. I'm afraid we have a little choice, but you must avoid inciting his anger at all costs. I understand. Do not reveal that you know his true identity either, and try to keep him talking for as long as possible. Don't worry, I'm very good at feigning ignorance. You can call me Deadpan McPokerface. Nice to meet you, Deadpan. Okay, we'll stay hidden up here for now. Sato, be careful. I'm going to be as careful as I can be, trust me. We'll find some way to deal with the curse, just don't let Akoma do anything to you. I know, I believe in you guys. See, here's the thing. He has the business cards. Like, this guy has the business cards. We could just curse him. You know? Miss Shiranami is waiting for Akoma downstairs. There's no sign of him yet, but it's only a matter of time before he arrives. We need to do something about the business cards while she's keeping busy. Yeah, if I go alone, I should be able to make it back to town fairly quickly. You think we can ask people in town for help? Yeah, Miss Shiki and the others are coming this way, so I should be able to meet them en route. Okay, then we don't have to go it alone. We can ask them for help if need be. What about the two foreigners? They're with Miss Shiki too, right? I was not aware you knew of them, but yeah, they are. Huh? You mean those two tourists? What are they doing with her? The girl is a psychic. She may be able to offer assistance. Whoa, really? Huh. Sticker hunt. Alright, so we've unlocked the ability to find every bird now. Alright, we're just missing 2, 3, and 7, 8. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. Nice. She's racking her brain thinking of a way to deal with the curse. Now that I think about it, Tsukasa reacted oddly to that information earlier. I feel like I might have some idea what's going on with her because of the Tomokazuki's vision. Maybe I could use that? Sorry, hold on a minute. The girls are all turning full tilt right now. A zombie's trying his best to think of a way to stop the curse, too. It's nice to know I'm not dealing with all this alone. Just realizing that gives me hope. Can I make sure I'm on the right page about the curse and its conditions and all that? Sure. So Akuma has a curse that uses a certain symbol as a target for a slashing attack, right? And we're in a bad way because he gave a bunch of people business cards with that symbol on it. Yeah, he can kill islanders whenever he wants. And now we don't have time to collect them all, and if we make an announcement about the cards, Akuma will hear it and use the curse. So what are we supposed to do here? We don't have any time. Yeah, that's the problem. Our only way out of this is a supernatural solution. It's gonna be that we use the curse stone on the guy who has the business cards. Or what kind of abilities a professional psychic has. Well now, Yuza, it seems you have a plan? Not really. I mean, why would you ask me? Oh, I merely had a hunch. My intuition is telling me you should look inside yourself for an answer. Inside myself, do you mean... Mountains of Kamishima are shrouded in darkness. At this very moment, a man named Akuma is approaching along this path. I doubt he'll be able to find us up here on the roof, but we still need to do something. Think. This is it, do or die time. I've been trying not to think about it, but ever since I met the Tomokazuki this afternoon, I can't help feeling like some all-knowing entity is somehow directing my movements. I guess I'll refer to them as the Tomokazuki for now. However, being led along like this isn't an unpleasant feeling. It feels perfectly natural to just go along with it. If anything, the Tomokazuki's choices have helped us miraculously avoid many crises so far. That's why I feel like their knowledge will help us overcome this situation too. But maybe that's just wishful thinking. Still, I'm almost positive that the Tomokazuki can hear what I'm thinking right now. If they're listening, maybe they can give us a sign to know what to do next. I feel like reassessing what I know about everyone will help me find an answer. I have a plan. I have a plan, probably. Really? Alright, Yuza. Before you tell us your idea, allow me to impart a warning. Okay? Whatever you tell us, I'm going to trust your judgment and carry out your plan immediately. As things stand, we have no time to weigh the option to consider other avenues. Oh. Do you understand? You can only choose once, and there's no leeway for unnecessary steps. Wow, no pressure then. Lay out the entire plan, who to ask, and what to ask of them. Oh my god. Okay. What? Use curse. That's gotta be it. Right? Enter negotiations. Perform Dowsing? Holy shit. Pilot the boat. Enact purification. Like, I feel like we don't have to have everybody do stuff. Right? Use vision ability? Do housework, consult with husband. Like, alright. It doesn't seem like the choices are absurd, right? But, like, why would we have them go diving? Enact purification. Use vision ability. Whatever. Enter negotiations. Go diving. Perform dowsing. Enter negotiations. Whatever. Let's try it. The number of people selected is 9. Is this correct? Fuck it. Run it. Let's run it through. Very well. That's 9 in total. That's the plan. I'll be sure to do my part. Sounds like you need me on the case. If it'll help, I'll set things right. I'll do whatever I can. You got a job for me too? Let me at it. I'll now go appraise the people not here as to what I need them to do. At the same time, I'll also fulfill my own role in the plan. That said, I'm unsure as to whether I will have sufficient time to relay the plan to all these individuals. Do what you can. We're counting on you. I'll enact the plan as soon as you give me the word. If all goes well, Akoma's curse should have no effect. Yeah, let's just run it and see what happens. What, you selfish little brat? Very well, I'll make you regret. Oh, we couldn't use the curse because he's an immortal too. Okay. That makes way more sense. Let's see how long the Defiance of yours holds out. Like, I mean, you could just, like, do the curse over and over again to the guy, I guess. But I don't even know if that would work. And so, Tomoshiga's curse was unleashed. In an instant, several islanders carrying Kippei's business cards collapsed and died. I didn't see it happen, but from the sound of his voice, I knew he wasn't bluffing. And what have I done? I've made the wrong choice. There's no way to fight the curse. I should have just done as Tomoshige said. Even if I went to the rooftop now and told those waiting there to warn the others to destroy the business cards, Tomoshige would never allow me to. And even if he did, the time it'd take to destroy the cards, he'd just keep pressing me for an answer, all while killing more and more people. There really was no way to fight him. I started thinking that if I gave in now, maybe I could still save a few lives. Before I knew it, I was saying the words out loud, telling that merciless man I'd obey and begging him to stop apologizing through my tears. Probably shouldn't have given people who don't have anything a job to do. I guess, like, the thing is, it's like... And so before our time finally ran out, we sank to the bottom of Isabe, fading into foam upon the sea. As the curse that has sustained us for 8 centuries at last began to unravel, I felt my senses slipping away. Beside me, Tomoshige drifted in silence, his face calm, almost childlike. I stared at his smile as he slowly faded away. As the darkness closed in, only an endless burning hatred was left in me as my consciousness faded into nothingness. Well, ending number 4. Tomoshiga's desire. We got an ending at least. So that's like 2. I think we got 2 endings. I just want to, like, skip through this. Yeah, skip the current scene. That's fine. I don't want to, we don't need to watch the credits. It's not, I don't think it's going to give anything. Forgive me. I won't be able to spend the next 800 years with you. Huh? Huh, it would seem things haven't quite turned out the way you hoped. Unable to stop the curse of Kipe Koma, or should I say Taira no Tomashige, you allowed more victims to fall to his curse. In the end, Sato had no choice but to perish along Tomashige. Now then, what could have been done differently? It appears you chose the right people, but you include a few unnecessary ones. That may have cost you precious time. Next time, it might be best to limit your choices to only those who are truly essential. In addition, if you think about what those business cards are made of, you might find someone with the right kind of ability. So for now, this path comes to an end. You'll be returned to the story chart. Please select a chapter and try again. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Okay, yeah, we did get a recollection out of all that. 2 months after waking up at Kamishima and being taken in, Sato goes to the roof of Kantashiko Ruins for some time alone. So it was choosing too many people, right? 2 months have passed since I washed up on this island. 400 years elapsed while I was locked away under the sea, but I managed to adjust to modern life somehow. Although sometimes I wonder why I bothered. It's so quiet on the roof of the Kantashiko. I'm alone but for the wind rustling in the trees, the distant roar of the tide. It feels so good to have this view all to myself, to just let the soft breeze carry me away. It's the perfect spot for someone who wants as little to do with others as possible. But yesterday, someone came up here and ruined everything. Yuza. Think. I was a little worried at first, but I've adapted pretty smoothly to modern civilization. The fact I only have vague memories of my life from 400 years ago probably helped a bit. Chose too many people and disobeying because they told you to keep them talking. Yeah, it's probably something like that. But like, I don't really have, I don't know what I do in terms of like the plan. Because the plan has to be get everyone to lose their business cards, right? Still don't understand how ships and cars move by themselves or how electrical appliances and lights and things work. But it's not an issue, to be honest. I know how to use them and that's what counts. Most people who were born in the modern era could tell you fridges kept stuff cold, but not exactly how they do it. It's pretty easy to get by, you just accept not knowing everything in detail is normal. Besides, it doesn't seem like life has changed that much for the fishermen who live on this remote island. Apparently the big cities have greatly evolved with water and sewage systems as well as subways. Waking up there would have been a lot more confusing. Do you think that the immortals need to poop? Like, what happens? You know, like, if you get killed, like, mid-shit, does the shit just go away? I really do love being alone. It's so calming. I have a good reason to isolate myself on the island. Everyone poops? I'm not sure. Soon my life will be over. I probably have less than a month left. Whoever sealed me away seems to have had some kindness in them, at least. They allowed me to spend my last moments as myself, alive. I can hardly feel grateful. How much living can you really do in a few months? A few weeks? The Daryl Tsukasa Iwao is always hanging around me. I try to keep my feelings in check and act as cold as possible. Getting too close will only make things harder when it has to end. No, I mean, this immortality does mean invincible, though, right? This immortality does mean invincible. Getting too close will only make things harder when it all has to end. Because you're basically, you make a golem, okay? And then you inhabit the golem for this, like, type of immortality that they're working through, right? So, it is invincible as well. I'd like to joke and laugh with them and spend time talking about our favorite TV series and stuff like that. Especially with Tsukasa. The way she reacts to things is so funny. It's really hard not to laugh and play along. I have to try so hard to keep my feelings under control. Cheerful conversations will only become painful memories for her later. And since running out into the woods and living alone isn't appealing, I just have to play my role as the unfriendly loner till the time comes for me to disappear. Just one more month. One more month of coasting along without making waves. Watching TV every day, learning more and more about the modern world, there's so much fun to be had. Pretending otherwise actually hurts. Humanity has prospered. In the past, the common folk were preoccupied with surviving each day. Now almost everyone can eat delicious food and sleep in a warm bed without having to toil day and night. People have time, freedom, and entertainment. It's wonderful. Wish I had time to enjoy it all. Get on an airplane, maybe even fly to Tokyo. There's not much a chance of that, not with the time I have left. Still, I really wish I could try one of those game consoles that you could hook up to a TV. You can play different games by switching cartridges according to what they say on the TV. Those consoles are so popular, it's hard even to find one. Not that I'm in a position to make demands, of course. All I can do is look at the pictures in the magazines and dream about them. If I had a game console, I bet I'd play it all day. Anyway, there's no point in wishing for too much. I'm just grateful to be able to spend my days this way. It's all thanks to Wakamura. Please just let me watch TV for my last remaining month. It's not too much to ask, is it? I shouldn't let my guard down. I've got to keep myself in line. No extravagances. I've just got to gently drift along and not rock the boat. At least that was the plan, and yet, when speaking to him yesterday, I got completely carried away. I'm still mad at myself about it. Next time I'll be more careful. Cool as a cucumber. Wait. Next time? Oh, well. Yuza Miyakushi. Something about him makes me lose my cool completely. It's probably the shock of finding out that he's immortal too. That must be it. Maybe being immortals puts us on different wavelengths from other people. That could be why I'm drawn to him. He seemed quite young. He can't have been immortal long. But to think mermaids are still around even now... Wait a moment. I wonder if he knows I'm an 800-year immortal too. I hope not. If he does, it puts my peaceful life at risk. I better make sure he knows to keep his mouth shut. I have to talk to Yuza again. Finding him is going to be a hassle. Oh, hey. Oh, you came back. You're here too, huh? Did I startle you? Not one bit. Startle me? Not at all. It'd take more than sneaking up behind me to give me a scare. At least I was honest yesterday. You definitely jumped, just admit it. No way. I knew you were there the whole time. Never mind that now. There's something I wanted to ask you. There's something I need to tell you too, but you go first. I was thinking about what you said yesterday about that pretty rough thing, and it occurred to me. Did you by any chance be an immortal girl? I didn't know it was that obvious. I knew it. Something about you just was different. So I'm an immortal boy and you're an immortal girl. Don't put it like that. Why not? That's what we look like. It sounds better than people who became immortal by eating mermaid flesh. Besides, going by our actual ages or something would just get confusing. I guess that makes sense. Larry, you might as well call yourself that too. Alright, I will. Anyway, as it turns out, I wanted to talk about the same thing. You knew you were immortal, didn't you? Yeah, I found out just recently, in fact. I got swept out to sea and survived against all odds. That's why I remember being saved by a mermaid 5 years ago, and it started to make sense. Wait, saved by a mermaid? From a what? Well, I had no idea. I hadn't even heard an incident like that occurred 5 years ago. And the sea just south of Kamishima, too. No one really talks about it anymore. So a mermaid saved you and made you an immortal boy. Right, that's my best guess anyways. Not that I understand why a mermaid would go out of her way to rescue me. Huh. Anyway, I'm just happy I can finally talk to someone about this. There's still so much I don't understand. Since you're here, do you mind if I ask you some questions? What's happening? Man, I have no idea. We're at, like, the end game, and I don't know what we're supposed to do. So, that's fine, but I need you to promise me one thing. Never tell anyone about me being an immortal girl. Easy. I'd prefer people didn't know about me either. Good. I'd have to kill you otherwise, so thanks for sparing me the trouble. You know, you're a lot tougher than I thought you'd be. Anyway, done. I swear on my lives. Look at you making immortal jokes. You modern kids are something else. Honestly, it just came out. Wish he'd wipe that look off his face. It's as if he's indifferent. I bet he's secretly proud of himself for being the one to startle me this time. He's been immortal for 5 years, so he's not going to get any taller. And there's 795 years as a teenager. Sounds rough. Tsukasa told me that he tends to play the fool and he's kind of hard to read. She was right. He's not a bad kid, though, I think. So what did you want to ask me? How long does this immortal thing last? Is it really forever? 800 years, no more, no less. Wow, 800 years, that's a really solid number. Precisely, good luck for the next 795. What am I, some fine wine? I need more than luck. That's 8 whole centuries we're talking about. Yeah, it's pretty rough, like I said. I could tell you had a long time left. Huh, being immortal for so long must give you an amazing intuition. Oh, and just checking, but is there any way to undo our immortality? No, there isn't. You're not human anymore. There's no way to become human again, now that your human body is long gone. Oh, I know it. By the way, how long have you been alive? This is my 800th year. I only have a month left. What, really? It's a long story, but I've kind of been out of the game for the past 400 years. Now my life is almost over. 400 years is a long time. Are they really immortal if there's an expiration date? I mean, if you're alive for 800 years, you're effectively immortal. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of, you know, something that, like, got discussed, I don't know, probably like 12 hours ago, maybe. So that's it. I'm assuming they don't get sick. No, they can get sick. They can, in fact, get sick. Right? They can, in fact, get sick and die. They just resurrect. Because they have golem bodies. Objectively not immortal. Yes. Yep. That's why they call them 800-year immortals. Only 1 month. You're way older than I imagined. Is there anything I need to be careful of? What do you mean? Seeing as I'm stuck in this immortal body, is there anything I should avoid? Alright, if you fall into a deep fissure or pit of lava, you'll keep dying over and over, so don't do that. That sounds terrifying. Fine. Avoid lava. Got it. That's about it. I don't actually remember all that much. I guess that's how it is. Oh, and it'll get messy if people find out, so try to keep a low profile. You'll probably have to find somewhere new to live every few decades. That'll help avoid suspicion. Living in the same place for too long is dangerous. Huh. But it won't be easy living anonymously with the family registry system. You used to be able to just show up in a new place and start making a living. People did that all the time, but nowadays... Yeah, I bet it's way more difficult to move around than it used to be. Sounds real rough. Good luck with that. Great, thanks. The next day. There is a way for us to access the 5-year-old memories, too. Not again. Are you going to come here every day? It's not like I have anything better to do. Yeah, me either. You know, you're the one who started showing up in my favorite place. I like it too. I have just as much a right to be here as you do. Besides, it's such a nice spot. Yeah, I get that. You said before that you come here to think. What do you think about? Stuff like, what sort of work I could do? Oh, are you unemployed? Obviously. Someone with a job wouldn't spend their mornings staring at the sea. Not everyone's lucky enough to have a cushy life eating free food and watching TV all day. Ugh. Listen, can we cut this out? It seems utterly pointless to knock each other down every 5 seconds. Sure, I guess we can call a truce. Hey. Huh? Is living for so long hard? How are you broke and been alive for 800 years? She was sacrificed to seal away hell for 400 years. So she has been repeatedly drowning for 400 years. And then resurrecting, and then drowning. And resurrecting, and drowning. Like every 2 to 3 minutes for 400 years. Right? Is living for so long hard? And the other 400? She was just gallivanting around in fucking Japan. Okay? The other 400, she was gallivanting around. No excuses for being broke. Okay, dude. It's definitely not a stable life. It can be really hard sometimes. But that's true, whether you're mortal or not, isn't it? Shut up, dude. No wonder, dude, oh my god. It's not like they had savings. See, that's the problem, right? Japan actually does have banks, I think, that are that old. So, like, yeah, she probably should have started a savings account or something. Okay? She probably should have started a savings account or something. That's it. How do they know they die after 800? The mermaids told them. The mermaids told them they would die after 800 years. All right? That's my theory. At least you don't have to worry about starving to death anymore. Yeah, they had day trading in the 1600s. Okay, dude. Even if you get sick or injured, dying will fix it. I never actually struggled that much because of my immortality, to be honest. Oh, is it really that easy? I mean, what if you really want to die? You just can't. How do you fuck up the Futurama strat? That's it. How do the mermaids know? Okay, so there's water hell. Okay, water hell is called Ryugu. All right, water hell has Satan and at least 2 mermaids, Sobe and Nagame. Hayase, the mermaid, was tortured to death in the Earth world and then became a curse. Okay? No, I'm serious. Okay. There's a famous merchant who worked for one of the daimyo who was given authority to dispatch messengers to one of the local cities to bet on grain commodity. I haven't been watching it all. I understand. I know this story, like, to its core. Everyone that does the vampire stories ignores how to make money. Japan was not a good place for investments. Okay, dude. Do you want to die? Well, not now, but maybe if I live long enough, I'll change my mind. Oh. When you said you got swept out to sea before, was that because you... Damn, I thought you were a super chill boy, but I guess you're a sensitive boy, too. Seems that way. I was just surprised as you to find that out. Come on, then. What happened? Talk to your elder immortal. Talk to Grandma. So weird, dude. So they blamed your mother for the disaster 5 years ago and even shunned you because of it. Resi, I made this for you when you beat the game. You need to chill. You need to fucking chill, dude. I guess you must have been keen to come back here then. I didn't want my Gran or Azami to have to worry about me. It was a moment of weakness that pulled me back here, I guess. I'm not really sure. Regardless, I need to live as quietly as possible and stay out of everyone's way now. And that's why you come up here to be alone, huh? Well, I know how you feel. It's the same for me. The day after that. So they're just falling in love then. How do you not learn to swim? She knew how to swim. She was chained to the bottom of the ocean. And then an earthquake erupted and it made her not chained to the bottom of the ocean. Okay? That's what happened. Wait, so you were sealed in an underwater cave for 400 years. And that earthquake opening was because the gate of water hell, Ryugu, opened. There's a reason for it, to keep something from happening, but I don't remember what it was. But I'm awake now, so that must mean it's okay, whatever it was. Jeez, that must have been terrible. Wouldn't the chain rust away in the centuries? Yeah, man, probably. Yeah. Probably, man. Okay, probably. Alright, yeah. You know, so the mermaids just went ahead and replaced the chains, okay? Pretty noble of me, wouldn't you say? If you want to worship me, I wouldn't say no. Ugh. So this Azami Kamoi guy looks out for you, huh? Wait, she's 800 years old. Yes. She is an 800-year-old mermaid cursed girl, okay? In a 17-year-old body. He's a really good guy. Too good for me, definitely. He's 13. She's the pedophile, all right? Honestly, I don't think I could survive on this island without his help. And yet you haven't told him you're immortal. No, I doubt he'd believe me. Besides, if he started avoiding me or something, I'd have nothing left. I don't think I could keep going. Not that you can die. Ah, true. Several days later. I see, so you've been acting cold because you don't have much time left, huh? I understand. Saying goodbye to people you care about isn't easy. Yeah, exactly. And when you live as long as we do, you have to say goodbye to so many people. Come to think of it, being immortal sounds pretty rough. Well, it does mean saying goodbye a lot. You can see why people see immortality as a kind of punishment or hell itself. Yeah, there's the Keffel's Food Shops one. We're again, like I said, when we get done with this, we're gonna go over alerts and shit. And we need to get a few more, I think. And then check and make sure some shit, so. There have been immortals who became so overcome with despair that they turned their backs on the world and devoted themselves to religion. Like Yao Bakuni. So that's where the story comes from. But, you know, as far as I can remember, I've never felt like this existence was hell. Really? Yeah, for those 400 years before I was sealed away, I just lived out my life. If you ask me, not everyone's cut out to be immortal. It's like anything else, really. Some people have what it takes, others don't. So what, you were just a natural immortal? Yeah, it's like I was born for it. I see. There really is something for everyone. But I guess emotionally maturing to match the fact that you're 817 years old wasn't for you, though. You noticed? I'm self-conscious about that. Sorry. Anyway, it takes a talent to live for centuries without seeming to age a day. True, I wish I had that talent too. I'm jealous. I hope I'll be able to look at it the same way. Are you scared? She smiles! Are you scared? Are you scared of being alone for the next 800 years? Well, yeah, that's part of it. It's also just hard to imagine myself living in the future. Makes sense. I probably would have been scared too if I'd known from the start that I had 8 whole centuries ahead of me. But I reckon you'll be okay. You might even surprise yourself. You think so? Yeah, you're a lot like me in some ways. So I think you might just be cut out for this immortal life. I'm going to be honest, if I was an immortal, and I know that nothing can kill me, and then I'll just resurrect, and I met another immortal, right? I'm going to be honest, I'd be like, do you want to, like, kill each other, like, a bunch? Just, like, pass the time and see how it goes? You know, like, I don't know. Are we alike? I hadn't noticed. Sure we are. Like how you started playing the fool when you're embarrassed. You got me there. See? And remember when we first met? We started talking like we were old friends right off the bat. True, I remember thinking it was funny how I didn't feel awkward at all. I rest my case. If you got the knack for it, another 795 years will feel like nothing. Lincoln, you'll miss it. Like nothing. It should still hurt to die? It does. I don't know if I want to go by that fast. It does, but still. That's where you go with it and not bringing an army of immortal superhumans. I don't think that the kids... I don't know if you can have kids, first off. But second, I also don't know if they would also be immortal, right? Exactly. In the end, you might not even feel like it was enough. Maybe your last words will be, I know I've lived 800 years, but come on, give me another few centuries. I get it now. Huh. You really are good at being immortal. So good you still don't want to die. Huh? You only got 1 month before your lifespan ends. You must be scared too. You never despaired once at being immortal until now. You're not wrong there. I mean, I lost 400 years. So I'm not really done with life yet. I want to keep living more than anything. Of course I'm scared. I can understand that. It's like, not like you're on your deathbed and been given 1 month left to live. So maybe it's time you stopped worrying. What do you mean? So you don't have long left, why not spend the rest of your lifespan having fun? Live it out to the fullest. You do the best you can with the time you have left. You might even feel satisfied with the life you've led in the end. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But if I get close to anyone, it'll only hurt them when I die. Yeah, but I mean, you just let them mourn you. You've had to do that plenty of times, right? I'm going to be honest, this 800-year immortal thing is, like, I think the optimal immortality, right? Like, that is optimal fucking immortality. Absolutely, right? Like, at some point, you need to have, like, if you got trapped, again, in a fucking volcano somehow, yeah, that's it. All or nothing with suicide out? No, I think, like, maybe. But, you know, that's the thing, though. Like, if you couldn't, like, if you don't have the ability to do that, right? You know, then, like, that would be worse, too. I guess I could be forgiven for being a little bit selfish in my old age. Exactly, if it helps, consider yourself forgiven. Rather have heat death of the universe than rather have heat death of the universe immortality? Does that mean you'll mourn me when I disappear? Of course I will. From the bottom of my heart. Okay, man, it kind of feels like when you need money to make rent, but you only get together half or something. Well, if your life just sucks for 790 years, and you just die when it gets good. I mean, that's the thing, though. It's like, then that's awesome. You have, like, 790 years of misery and 10 years of, like, I mean, like, mediocre bliss. Like, imagine you become immortal, right? And then the first 790 years of it, they just cut your fucking dick off. And then the last 10 years, they're like, hey, do whatever you want. Those would be a really good 10 years. And by perspective, be awesome. Mediocre bliss, yeah, like, you could, like, have a Chinese buffet, and that would be, like, amazingly better than getting your dick cut off, right? You know? Think about it. Really now. That might make me happy. You're describing food shops again. Oh, boy. Good, then here's the plan. You're going to have as much fun as possible, starting tomorrow. Tsukasa coming back for the holidays, too, by the way. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to hang out with you. She wanted to be your friend, you know. Oh, I'm liking the sound of this more and more. I want to be your friend, too, because it's my chance to take her around the island. Oh, but while I'm at it... Yeah? You said your grandmother needs someone to talk to, right? Yeah. It's just, we don't have as much to talk about. She's always going on about what's on TV, and I can't keep up. Ha! Leave the TV talk to me. Oh, and I'd be happy to look after her while you're out working as well. Are you sure? That'd be a huge help, but... Sure, I'm sure. She seems like an interesting person to talk to. I'd love to spend time with her. She's definitely something. You can't lay your guard down around her, that's for sure. And she's pretty stubborn. Not to mention, if she doesn't like something, she's not afraid to say it. I'll bear that in mind. You know what? I'm actually pretty excited for tomorrow now. I'm glad. Hey, Yuza. That's my name. Don't wear it out. I know we initially came here because we wanted to be alone, but from now on... Can we come here when we don't want to be alone instead? Sato. Yeah. Of course we can. Honestly, immortality now would suck because, like she said, there's so much documentation you could never perfectly hide your age. Okay. Alright, so Mark, that Kippe guy, what he does is every 10 years he kills somebody and hides the body and pretends to be them. Right? You just gotta get really good at hiding bodies to be an immortal. Okay? And you're fine. I'll wait for you here every day. Just kill somebody every 10 years and you're set. Kill like a homeless guy for what it's fucking worth, you know? After that, I decided to stop holding back and reach out to everyone around me. And also, like, there are plenty of places. Go to, like, Somalia. Go to, like, a lot of African countries. Alabama. You know? Out here, finding out you're immoral, and now you're getting a blood drain for Teal's Trina Crumbs. Immortality only works if you can get rich. These two retards are just coasting. Well, yeah. She had lost 400 years, man. You'd have to find someone he vaguely looks like every 10 years. Okay. Do you not... Is that, like, odd? Have you all have met people that kind of look like you? I'm, like, 36. I met probably like 20 to 30 people like that, right? You know what I mean? Easy for you to say you could just go to Eastern Europe. Yeah, and you could just go to Alabama. Okay? Women say I look like Ryan Gosling mixed with Hercules. I don't think that they do. If that guy from Spain could claim to be a missing American child, we can make do. Exactly. I decided to stop holding back and reach out to everyone around me. And you know what? They respond. They're started interacting with me just the same way. So I've decided to spend my last few days having as much fun as possible. So much fun I won't have time to fear the end. Of course, no one but Yuza and I know about my immortality or what little remains of it. You haven't? Yeah, it happens regularly, I feel, for me, so. But these past few days have been so much fun, there are points where I can't even tell if I'm dreaming, or if this is my new reality. And most importantly, the issue with that, though, is, Bubble, of creating a fake identity and not telling people, you still need access to banking, in theory, right? Yuza's life and mine have continued to intertwine, as we meet in our usual spot day after day. We get along so well, being together feels like a most natural thing on Earth. It didn't take long for us, both of us, to notice how comfortable we were around each other. Before we knew it, we were being drawn together with increasing intensity like stars meeting in orbit. Okay. So this is before diving. They have like a parallel story here. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna go pee real quick, and we'll be right back, okay? Give me a second. I just need to go pee real quick. I'm good. Oh, good pee. Oh, boy, good pee. Why are you guys saying Anna Kasparian is queen? What is this? She's sitting on Brianna Wu? The Goyim are waking the fuck up. Deal with it. It's crazy. That is crazy, dude. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we have the night. Okay, then we have this. Which, it's like we have 3 left. We could go searching for those, too. Huh. Huh. Interesting. So, like, we have 3 decision points, which is the we need a plan, claim, and possessions. All this stuff, this branch of extra stuff opened up because of the endgame stuff, right? So we weren't supposed to screw it up, I guess, but... Huh. Alright, let's do the night. Yuza meets Sato, grows closer. Decisive night befalls them. August 6th, which is like the day before everything went psycho, I think, right? The cool night sky is teeming with stars. The wind gently brushes the trees as ocean waves echo in the distance. Looking over the sea puts my mind at ease. Think. We don't have much time. Honestly, really should have made up our minds long ago. There's still a chance. I refuse to give up until it's all over. When we were here yesterday, she told me how she felt. She said she loved me and that if it were somehow possible, she'd be with me forever. I must have taken some real courage. I actually feel kind of bad for making her say it. Because I feel exactly the same way. Even though we've known each other for less than a month, I can't deny these feelings. Oh, no, dude. Fall in love with the first girl that falls in love with you, man. What a fucking issue, man. It felt the same way, but I didn't have her courage. Either way, only one of us has days left to live, the other 795 years. Telling her how I felt would mean nothing. Worse, it would mean parting that much faster. I could bury my feelings somewhere they would never emerge from. For her part, I suppose she wanted to move on without leaving anything unsaid, with no regrets, even if nothing came of it. She knew it was futile, but she still said it anyways. And yet, once I let those feelings out, feelings that should never have been revealed, there's no controlling them anymore. My desire to spend the rest of my life with her burned like a searing flame in my chest. We contemplated possible ways for us to remain together, and the answers came to us surprisingly fast, an answer we shouldn't have even considered. There's no time to concern. Oh my god! That's why he wanted to find a mermaid! Oh, okay. That's why he wanted to find a mermaid at the beginning. So he could have her eat mermaid flesh again and get a new body. Okay. There's no time to concern ourselves with the right or wrong of it. We didn't even hesitate. Only one option was available to us and we intended to take it. But there was hardly enough time to see it through. Even if we had longer, the odds of our plans succeeding were dismally low. It was nothing more than a final vain act of rebellion. Sato sits quietly, watching the ebb and flow of the tide. I wonder what she's thinking about. Is she carefully contemplating what comes next? Oh, okay. I gotta look at her again at some point. Alright, let's talk to her. What are you thinking about? Huh? I was thinking about how we first met. A month ago? Yeah. Back then, you said you wouldn't bother me. But you peeked over at me like 5 times, didn't you? I thought I was being sneaky, and you even counted the number of times. But if you were counting, I guess you must have been watching me too, right? I didn't realize I was giving myself away, but you're right, I was looking at you. And so that's why you crept up behind me to scare me, huh? I wasn't trying to scare you. I just wanted to see your surprised face. So you were trying to scare me. Well, you honestly got me so good. You definitely got me back the next day. I love that memory. With a memory like that, there's nothing else I need. I have no regrets. Come on. You can't be all fulfilled and complete already. We're only just getting started. Right. Only getting started. I can't believe she was thinking about that day at a time like this. That carefree side of her is so dang adorable, though. I can't be upset with her. Think. My heart won't stop racing. I've never felt this way before. At first I thought it was simply because we were both immortal that our closest was a feeling of kinship. But it's more than that. I've never gotten along with someone so well, especially someone who's lived such a different life from my own. It feels like I found a missing piece of myself. My heart is whole when I'm with her. Our very souls are in harmony. That might be pushing it a bit. Even Gran saw how compatible we are, and urged me to get married already. It was too embarrassing for me to tell Sato about, though. There's no way I can lose her. I can't even conceive of life without her. Even with 800 years of life ahead of me, I'll never meet anyone as remotely as amazing as... Even with 800 years of life ahead of me, I'll never meet anyone remotely as amazing as her. If there is some way to use my immortality to stay with her, I'd do it in an instant. Whatever form I would have to take, I wouldn't complain. I'd sell my soul to the devil if it would get me what I desired. We made up our minds. We'll see our final wish through no matter what. A decisive night befalls them. So what's her version of it, then? The summer breeze feels perfect. The clear sky is sparkling with stars. Nothing relaxes me more than the whisper of the tide and the breeze in the trees. Yuza is silently gazing out at the dark sea. I wonder what he's thinking about. I suppose he's seriously considering what lies ahead of us. I really need to do the same. Alright, okay. Talk to him. Nothing. Think. I'm so happy. I only have 2 days left. Finding hope at a time like this feels like a miracle. I'd all but given up. Never thought I'd get a second chance. When we were here yesterday, I told Yuza how I felt. I told him I loved him, that if it were somehow possible, I'd stay by his side forever. I had planned on taking those feelings to the grave. But then it hit me. There wouldn't even be a grave for me. Maybe that's why I blurted it out. I was prepared for it to go badly, but he accepted my feelings. Still, I only have 2 days left. It can't be any easier on him than it is me. After all, sharing our feelings changes nothing. It'll only make it harder to say goodbye. But Yuza confessed that he had been suppressing his feelings for the same reason. Hearing that made me wish I hadn't said it first. I can't help feeling like I lost somehow. But looking back, that moment was the only time I could have said it, so I'm glad I did. However, now that's all out in the open, I thought we feel a sense of peace, but we don't. Far from it. We're not like a pair of tragic lovers in a story, bound to die beautifully together or anything like that. I mean, if we could die together, there'd be nothing to agonize over in the first place. So we started thinking of ways we could be together. The answer came to us surprisingly fast, but it was an answer that could be described as taboo. Yuza asked me if I was sure I wanted to go through with it, but honestly, I didn't need to think twice. If that's what it takes, then so be it. All I want to do is be with him. But we were running out of time. Although, even if we had more time, the odds of our plan succeeding are almost zero anyways. Part of me wishes we'd made this plan much earlier. Maybe I needed this time for my feelings to reach their peak. Maybe this is just how it had to be. Better to think we made it just in time. I'll keep fighting this fate until the very end. Alright, we already know that one. What are you thinking about? Huh? Oh, just our height difference. My height's been bugging you? Well, you know, we're gonna be like this forever. Don't worry, even with 15 centimeters between us, you look great, Yuza. Yuza, you're not a man, Yuza. Thanks, but that doesn't really make me feel much better. Hey, it's not your fault you were only in middle school when you became immortal. Nothing you can do now. You'll just have to live life with it. Man, if it had happened just 1 or 2 years later, I'd be at least 5 centimeters taller. Wait, even then, I'd still be 10 centimeters shorter than you. That's crazy. Yeah, sorry for being really tall. Dude. It's fine, I don't care if there are 15 centimeters between us. You're still my adorable Sato. Thanks, that doesn't really make me feel better. You must have stood out a lot back in your time, huh? Yeah, I was always taller than most adult men back then. From what I can remember, I think everyone found me a bit creepy. Sorry to hear that. It's not like you could help it. Oh, they treated me like some kind of monster because of it. People just straight up avoided me. That's awful. On the other hand, I do remember at least one person back then who kept trying to woo me. Who was that? Sounds like someone's jealous. Hey, I ain't the kind of guy to obsess over his girlfriend's past. What's done is done. Nice line. I bet you've been wanting to say that one for ages. Still, I mean, you've been alive for so long. There's way too much history to worry about. Fair point. Honestly, I barely remember him myself. I don't think I liked him all that much. He was just somebody important I couldn't say no to or something like that. Huh, really? That's good to hear. At least as far as I can remember. Anyway, I thought you didn't care. Well, I guess you having so much more experience under your belt makes me feel a bit out of your league. I see. Well, I'm the one who confessed to you, so I guess we'll call it even for now. That works for me. Not sure what's even exactly, but I'll take it. I would assume he'd be thinking about tomorrow's plan. I never imagined he might be thinking about what comes after that. He's so sure we're going to succeed. Knowing that makes me feel so much more confident. His easygoing attitude is actually reassuring right now. I'm glad he's here with me. Think. My heart won't stop racing. I've never felt this way before. I don't think I could feel something new after living for 800 years. The fact that he's an 800-year immoral too probably has something to do with it. With him, I feel safe. There's nothing I'd be afraid to tell him. But that's not all there is to it. There's some people you know for decades and still not fall in love with them. There are those you can't live without barely a second before you met. Even a bond that's lasted centuries can fall apart in a single day. Love isn't measured by time. Maybe it's too much to say we're soulmates, but that's how it feels to me. Even Suyu has been saying that we should get married because we're clearly made for each other. Not that I've told Yuzu that. It'd be way too embarrassing. I don't want to say goodbye to Yuzu. It seems like I waited 800 years for him, and now a lot of things might get destroyed tomorrow. Everything the Islanders have been protecting, heck, even some relationships might crumble. But still, we're going to do it. We made up our minds. We'll see our final wish through, no matter what. So that's like the whole finding a mermaid thing. Fucking A, man. My apologies for the interruption. I simply wish to confirm your understanding of a certain point. Yuzu and Sato attempted in vain to hide their feelings for one another, and now are hatching a plan. Considering how much you've remembered already, I'm sure you'll recall this fact as well. So let me ask you, what can be done to intertwine two lives that were never meant to stay together? What? Wait, what? What can be done to intertwine two lives that were meant to stay together? What can be done to intertwine two lives that were meant to stay together? Why is it giving me names? A curse? Well, I get that. Oh, wait, no. Sato must once again be made immortal. Right? Sato must once again be made immortal, you say? That is correct, and you chose the right answer in your very first attempt. Very well indeed. As there is no way to undo the curse of an 800-year immortal, the only way for them to remain together would be somehow obtain the flesh of a mermaid. It's asking for an example? It was like more complicated, I guess. They believe they have no choice but to make Sato live for another 800 years. As such, the plan they hatched was to obtain a sudden help of immortality. A truly radical concept. Such a method goes against the very laws of nature, but it's not my place to judge. Please enjoy the continuation of their story. I told the zombie about our plan to find a mermaid, and he agreed to help. We'll go diving tomorrow and hopefully find a clue. I'm sorry I can't be any more help, I just can't remember anything else. How do you make a copy of a copy, though? I mean, I don't know. It kind of makes sense, I guess. So, like, I think the whole thing is, so you eat the mermaid flesh, it replaces your body with a golem. So it's like, if you eat it again, in theory, it should just give you a new golem body, you know? I'm sure there was a mermaid on Taishima. Don't worry about it. At least now we know where to start the search. It really seems like my mom had some connection with mermaids, though, huh? Definitely. So you showed me that scale, and it really looks like it came from a mermaid. How strange would it be if it turned out your mom was actually a mermaid all along? But even I think that's a big leap. If I start diving in the Southern Sea, people are bound to start asking about my mom again. Which will give us the chance to hear more details that we might not be aware of. That's the hope, anyway. I've tried to keep my head down as much as I could until now, but I can't stand idly by anymore. So, the whole, like, eating the scale, right? Like that one rainbow scale, I don't know if that works. Unless you put the scale in the Tamadabako. And then you just have her agree to go with the guy. He dies in the water. She doesn't. Maybe. I don't know. Lately there's been talk around the island of ominous signs. Maybe that'll work in our favor. Me and people talking about the storm coming. Yeah, that could just be that could be just the push we need. Also, about the person you said you met today. Yumeko Shiki from the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. She definitely seems like she knows something. There's something suspicious about her. I think she didn't pay much attention to me because she knows I don't have much longer to live. She apparently has the power to detect immortals, and when she finds them, she locks them up somewhere. They've been watching me too, so they might already have their suspicions. I'll be careful. It's pretty wild to think we're being hunted by government authorities, though. I guess people like us really can't be allowed to exist. I don't think they'd be too happy about us searching for mermaid flesh either. It'd be great if we could somehow get some information out of them. That might be difficult. We don't even know if they'll be coming back to Kamishima tomorrow. True, I guess we could always go to the mainland. Yuza. Yeah? Do we really have to be so secretive about it? Can we tell Tsukasa and Azami everything and ask them to help us? It's not that I don't trust them, because I do. It's just that there's more people there. The more people there are that know a secret, the more likely it is to come out. If people find out there's a way to become immortal, it would cause a total uproar. Even the police would be after us then. Heck, every person who wants to live forever would be looking for us. We can't force Azami and Tsukasa to get caught up in all that. You're right. If anyone's going to get locked up, it should just be us. That's why we should keep our mermaid search as quiet as possible. Besides, if we told anyone else, it'd be hard to keep the fact that you're an immortal girl hidden. But won't it all come out when the police come around asking questions? Let's go, One Punch. Hell yeah. Half hell yeah. Okay. I guess I could just play dumb and pretend I don't know anything until they come up with solid evidence. We probably shouldn't let people know about us either. It'll just make it harder for us to continue our search. Yeah, I guess you're right. Let's try and stay apart as much as possible for tomorrow, just to be safe. As of now, I doubt anyone knows about our relationship. I'm sure no one has caught on yet. Let's avoid all unnecessary contact while we each continue searching for mermaid flesh on our own. We can set specific times to meet up and share information, but we'll have to make sure no one else sees us together. Right, I'll avoid interacting with you in public. But if we need to contact each other in an emergency, we can leave some kind of signal at a place we often walk by. Oh, I know. I'll leave this Kameshi Maru keychain in front of the town clock. When you see it there, do you think that you could come to the roof of the Kantakisho? Oh, the one I gave you. Alright, Kameshi Maru can be our go-between. I guess that gives us 2 days to find out what we need. I know it'll take a miracle, but we can't give up. Right. So, but she found the little turtle pendant elsewhere. Uh, why do I feel like we're missing something? I feel like we're missing something here, man. Resume. Start from plan details. What time will your Friday stream be? I have no idea. Alright, I've got a plan. Let's just skip forward. So... what does enact purification mean? I'm gonna be honest. Why does he have use curse? Like, do I need to do anything? Like, enact purification, I feel is like the only thing. Because, like, if we use the curse on the guy, he just instantly resurrects, does his own curse, right? What does Shagan mean? Soto. What is Shagan? No, that's just seeing the deceased. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what... I don't know if we need anybody else to do shit. Pilot the boat. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna do those two. Sure, why not? Let's see. Very well, that's 2 in total. That's the plan. I'll be sure to do my part. We can settle this matter with only those present here. Let's get started right away. If it goes well, a coma's curse should have no effect. Use Feast, Purification, and Guardian Spirit. What, you selfish little brat? I'll make that... Okay, we're just skipping forward through all this. Forgive me, I won't be able to spend 800 years with you. Wise to rely on someone with extraordinary abilities. Is there perhaps someone with the power to affect those business cards in some way? So for now, this path comes to an end. Alright, I did look one thing up, okay? Because there is something weird that's, like, hidden. Like, I see, Mark, that you've, like, posted, like, what to do, but... I just want to check out what this is. I heard that there was, like, a load thing when I looked some stuff up yesterday, right? I still have that message you left for me, you know? Wait, you do? Well, it must have dried up ages ago. The thoughts I wove into it should have faded, too. Surely you can't hear the message anymore. Yeah, I can't hear a word. But it doesn't matter, it's an important memento, and a part of you as well. That's enough for me to treasure it. Oh, come on, you're going to make me blush. That's not what to do? You're just throwing out guesses? I mean, the Feast of Shadows does let curse bearers kill other curse bearers, right? So maybe? I was really happy when you shared this with me all that time ago. Well, you know. I can't just show myself in front of anyone, can I? Memories, is there really no way to hear the message again after it's dried up? Huh. If you found a way to return it to the environment of the eternal world, it would be returned to its original state. You might be able to hear it then. Oh, you can do that. Using the Tamadabako would probably do it. Oh, but I don't think a normal human would be able to hear the message anymore. Sorry, I guess it's impossible after all. Oh, that's too bad. But if you were a spirit, you might be able to hear it by retracing the echo it left in your mind. Wouldn't I have to be dead for that? That's a no-go, then. Oh, that makes no sense. These memories, could they have belonged to a mermaid? Huh. That didn't answer shit. Ended with Sato in possession of the Tanabako. I want to do this real quick. Because I think we have to put that scale in the Tamadabako. Is anyone home? Who am I kidding? I know no one will be. Put it in the Tamadabako. Okay. Maybe something will happen if I put this in the Tamadabako. Okay, it's in. Huh, nothing happened. Damn. Wait longer. Let's wait a little longer. Nope, still nothing. Wait longer. Nope, still nothing. Take it back out, I guess. Seems like nothing's changed. Let me put it back on the shelf where it belongs. Think. Scale didn't do anything. Damn. And then all the rest of it's just the same as before, I think, probably. Wait, what's this? Wait. This is totally new. Wait, so the mermaid saying shit. Hello, Mare, can you hear me? Dude, okay. I try to weave my thoughts into the scale, leave you a message. I hope it reaches you. I came up with a secret signal for when you need to call me. From now on, if you don't use this signal, I won't respond, so be careful. You need to call me 4 times, leaving at least 3 seconds between each. That's the rule, don't forget it. It's a promise just between you and me. Okay, so we need to do it... We need a built-in cupboard. Alright, whatever. That doesn't matter. Strange fish scale Mari left behind. Put it in the Tamadabako. Okay, it's in. Nothing happened, darn. Wait longer, I guess. We'll just do that a little bit. We'll just wait like 3 seconds. Like, and do the wait longer each time. Alright, take it back out. Seems like nothing's changed. Put it back on the shelf where it belongs. Do I have to do this 4 times? Something bad if I can't put my finger on what? Put it in the Tamadabako again. Maybe something will happen if I put it in the Tamadabako. Wait longer. Wait longer. Wait longer. Take it back out. In the Tamadabako. This would be 4 times, right? Wait longer. Wait longer. Take it back out. It seems like nothing's changed. You need to call me 4 times. Leave my thoughts on the scale, leave you a message. I hope it reaches you. I came up with a secret signal for when you need to call me. From now on, if you don't use the signal, I won't respond. You need to call me 4 times, leaving 3 seconds between each. Is there a phone in here? No, there's not. Okay. Household shrine for C. Once they came back, they pay respects and give thanks. Chest of drawers. 2 used clothes. Stuff. So we need to call out to Sobe 4 times. How do we do that? Oh. Oh, okay. Wait. Maybe that's it. You need to call me 4 times, leaving 3 seconds between each. What does that mean? How do I call out to Sobe? I mean, I think that we were supposed to put the scale in the Tamarabako, so this happens, right? Alright, the scale leaves a message, and there's a signal. Is it when we do the sanctuary thing? Start from the sacred sanctuary. There's an open space, but it's pitch black. Could it be here? Let's see. Light on. Now I can see. Time to have a good look around. Deeper. It should take me further in, Stone archway. Could that be the entrance to Ryugu? I should take a closer look. Proceed. Maybe it's this. Light off. 1001, 1002, 1003. Ah, what the hell was that? Do you think we talked to it? Wait a minute, is that the mermaid Hayase? Not in the flesh, but a curse echo. What if this mermaid's echo indicates the presence of the curse? Hold off. I shouldn't rush this. I've got to keep a cool head. Think. That was like 3 seconds, right? Hold off for now. 1001, 1002, 1003. Alright, Alright. Now is my chance to offer it up. Shouldn't rush this, I gotta keep a cool head. Is that the Mermaid Hyasay? Hold off for now. 1, 2, 3. I shouldn't rush this, I gotta keep a cool head. So that's not it. Think. When else do we call out to Sobe? Offer the mirror. And then it just ends. That's not it. Call out to me 3 times. So, getting the Tamanabako got us to figure out what was going on with the scale. So we needed to get the Tamanabako to do that, right? And now that we know about it, to receive the message... Bro, I don't friggin' know. I have no idea. I'm looking it up. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just looking it up. I would say we could sit here and go through the entire game, but let's take a look. This is gonna be really dumb, by the way. This is really, really dumb. 1001, 1002, 1003. $1,001, 1002, 1003. Apparently, this is Sobe. Okay, this is the Mermaid Sobe, by the way. It's so dumb. This is so dumb. Bro, Start game is the call. 1001, 1002, 1003. Sorry, I'm just checking. Because I feel like we're screwing up, man. I feel like there's something that we're fucking up. Even then, this seems absurd to me. As, like, a thing. Okay? Yeah, like, look. Because I can click, and it makes my fucking mouse go, like, crazy, right? Start the game. $1,001, 1002, 1003. Or do I just have to click on her 4 times and just wait? 2. 3. Okay, this isn't even working. Like, you're supposed to click on her 4 times. I'm so confused. All right, no, I'm confused again. Maybe watching YouTube with somebody doing it? I mean, I don't know, man. I just read another thing, okay? Bro, I don't even care, okay? I do not. I'm sorry. This is so dumb. Okay? This is so dumb. Alright, you have no idea how dumb this shit is. Okay, it's going to get work. Put it in the Tamatabako. Wait longer. Return the title. Yes. Save the game, return to the title screen. Okay. Call out is just click on them. I'm like literally looking at like my timer on the stream. Gonna give it like a good 5 seconds in between, okay? That's 3. Oh, there we go. Based. Hi. Oh, you know that signal, do you? That signal is extremely important to me. I won't allow anyone to use it, least of all on some childish whim. So first, I have to be sure. Who are you? Protagonist? No, it's like Tamatazuki, right? What is that? What is that term? I'm like trying to figure out like what that term is, man. Oh my god. It's Jonathan Green. It's not Jonathan Greenblatt. Chill. Who's she waiting for? I don't know. Dude, I don't remember the name of the fucking spirit, man. All right, I don't know what the name of the spirit is, right? And that's like what's like blowing my mind right now, because I think. Hurry, Resi, the anime girl is gonna die if you don't get this right. We got like 45 minutes, okay? What the hell is the name of the spirit? It's like a Tamatazuki, right? It's not the Tamatabako. That's what I'm like saying. Tamatazuki? Diving spirit. Just fucking bringing up Tomato Bar and Bistro over in fucking Pittston. What's the name of the ghost thing? What's the name of the ghost thing? Okay. Name of ghost thing. Paranormasight. I don't. like... Mermaid. I don't remember its name. I'm just so lost here. I mean, we could just do it for all the characters, right? It's a person. Why would it be a spirit? I mean, it was Yuza's spirit, right? But, like, it's like asking us. And Yuza has referred to us as the drowned spirit thing. That is also him. Huh? Yuza. Oh. You're overthinking it. Apparently. So you do know. Allow me to welcome you, Yuza. Or rather, Yuza Minakushi's severed consciousness. I'm the mermaid called Sobe. You passed through here 10 times now. I suppose it's not strange that you noticed me. This is the place humans call Ryugu. Though I hear it's also called things like the Eternal World and the World Beyond. Feel free to call it what you like. Whatever the name, it's one of the many worlds that souls of the departed move on to after life. I suppose that's not entirely accurate. The space we're in now serves more as a boundary than anything else. There's something I always thought to talk to you about. Something I had to talk to you about if it ever happened to me. I never thought you'd come to seek me out like this in the form you are now. But it seems like you have your own reasons for doing so. You wish to speak with me, yeah? So what shall we talk about first? What do you mean by boundary? How to explain? This is a space that connects the two worlds you can travel between. The world the living Yuza inhabits, and the world you, a severed portion of Yuza's consciousness. God fucking damn it, man. Okay, man. Alright, man. Alright, so we're in Ryugu. So we're in Sea Hell in the title screen. Okay. As a spirit, you always pass through this space when traveling to the world of the living. Normally, something like this would be unthinkable, if not impossible. But it seems you're something of an exception. Tell me about my mom. You're asking if Mari and I were friends? I'm only going to say this once. You might be Mari's son, but I won't stand for you intruding upon our relationship. The relationship Mari and I can't be described by so simple a word as friends. This isn't the only world that souls of the dead journey to after life, you know. Their numbers is immeasurable. There are worlds beyond counting. Mari's soul has gone somewhere far, far away. Even here in Ryugu, I won't be able to see her again, so don't ask me anymore. Leave me to my memories of her. Okay. Alright. So... Okay, Yuza's mom. What happened on the day of the disaster? Yeah, of course you'd want to know about that. I do owe you an explanation of what happened back then. 5 years ago, on the day the calamity struck, let's get this out of the way first. I was indeed the one who made you an 800-year immortal. But if you come here looking for a way to regain your humanity, I'm sorry, but that's no longer possible. Even as a mermaid, there's nothing I can do. You... Rather, the Yuza Minakushi of the mortal world are now bound to live out the remaining 795 years of your life there, neither aging nor dying. Nothing can reverse this now. Yeah, I was going to say something smells fishy about this. Now then, let me tell you what happened on that day 5 years ago, about the years leading up to it. After being unable to return to Ryugu, Sobe seeks to show herself on the surface, even before the members of the Sokawa line. After noticing that 400 years had passed since the sinking of Taishima, she cautiously attempted to contact the current generation's inheritor of the family duty, a woman by the name of Mari Somikawa. In the past, any human she encountered either treated her as an object of worship or sought her flesh. Perhaps as a result, she immediately sensed something was different about Mare, who treated her in a friendly manner from the moment of their meeting and promised to do all she could to return to Ryugu. There's no pretense in Mare's bearing, and her attitude when speaking with Sobe was casual and lighthearted. Sobe began to open up to her. They had a strange signal. Mari had originally resolved to remain single and never start a family of her own in order to devote herself entirely to Ryugu with Sobe. Sobe strongly opposed this, saying that Mari's life here would continue even when she was gone, so Mari should not deny herself a possible future with her own family. Oh god, that's so sad. The moment came sooner than expected. Upon moving, Kamishima met the love of her life. Sobe was delighted. Mari's wish to be able to introduce her beloved family to her dearest friends, it was forbidden to reveal the existence of Mari to anyone, even her husband and child. Sobe said she would meet them when the time came for her to return to Ryugu, reasoning that there should be no harm in revealing herself in such a short space of time. This agreement became a cherished promise. Thus did the years continue to pass, Mari's son growing all the while, until the day of the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster. In the days leading up to the disaster, a strange rumbling could be heard. Although the timing was earlier than expected, the two were overcome with excitement at the thought Sobe could fulfill her long-held dream of returning home. They couldn't bring themselves to doubt the signs. They put together a plan. If the storm were to come while they were out at sea, Mari would use the bronze mirror to suppress it, allowing Sobe to pass through the entrance to Ryugu alone. On the day their plan would be put into action, Mari took Tosuke and Yuza out into the bay on a boat to introduce them to Sobe as promised. Although pained by having to part with Sobe, she was buoyed by the thought that she would now have to be able to devote herself fully to motherhood and her family that had always protected her without reservation. Sobe, meanwhile, was secretly trailing them from the seabed. Disliking the sound of propellers, she was unable to get close to the boat as it was moving. The storm broke out around them, far exceeded all expectations. Even the bronze mirror was not enough to calm it. The sea churned and roiled around them as if the heavens were unleashing their wrath. Sobe immediately rushed to their aid, reaching them just as they had fitted Yuza with a little buoy, a life buoy, and got him off the boat. The couple still clung desperately to the sinking boat as it was tossed up by the waves. Upon seeing Sobe, Tasuki's reaction was surprisingly composed. Whether Ari resolved to meet his fate or mellow by nature, his first response after Mari introduced her was greeting her cheerfully, thanking her for keeping Mari company and expressing surprise that Mari's faraway friend had turned out not to be human. Sobe had no time for pleasantries. Filled with distress at her own powerlessness, Sobe was overcome by a sense of despair. She tried to take only Mari with her in a bid to escape the sinking boat, but Mari rebuffed her attempt. She had no intention of being the only one saved. She and Tosuke pleaded with Sobe to help Yuza. Sobe could not understand. She refused to. Prepared herself to bid farewell to Mari, but parting like this was too painful for her to bear. Mari kept continued apologizing to Sobe despite the looming threat of her own death. It was more than Sobe could stand. At that moment, Sobe's innermost feelings came to sharp relief. Part of her resented Yuza and Tosuke with all her being. She was happy as long as she had Mari, but Mari had her family to love as well. It was Sobe herself who wished for Mari to find happiness by starting a family of her own. Finally, as she clung to the sinking boat half submerged in seawater, Mari thanked Sobe for her friendship and told them that the days they spent together had been some of her happiest. Sobe was devastated. Every part of her rejected the entire situation. Even returning home to Ryugu no mattered to her as much as this, but she couldn't ignore Mari's plea to save her son. Wrenching herself away from the sinking boat, Sobe headed to rescue Yuza, all the while resenting the boy for the tremendous love that Mari bore him. When she found Yuza, he'd been caught up in a whirlpool and was barely clinging to life. Sobe caught herself feeling almost satisfied at the sight, thinking that it served him right. If it hadn't been for Yuza, she could have saved Mari. But Mari's plea to save Yuza, that her only wish was for him to survive, echoed in Sobe's mind. The next moment, she dragged the dying Yuza out of the whirlpool and, pulling a piece off her own tail, force-fed him it. Whether the emotions driving her at this point were a desire to fill Mari's wish or hatred towards Yuza, Sobe couldn't herself say. After carrying Yuza out of the storm, Sobe immediately went to rescue Mari. She found her after 3 long days of searching, but her efforts had been in vain. Mari's body was already cold. Once someone died, it was beyond even a mermaid's power to bring them back. Sobe clung to Mari's body and wept. Never again would she hear Mari's voice calling her name. She laid Mari's body to rest on the seabed, and hiding herself beside it, spent her days mourning, lost in depths of despair. Several years later, the entrance to Ryugu was now unsealed, and Sobe, now with no remaining attachments to the moral world, made to return home by herself. Before doing so, she met with Mari's sister, thinking to reclaim the mermaid's relic from her. However, put off by the woman's blatant avarice, she found herself unable to muster any interest in her, ultimately returning without reclaiming the relic despite knowing full well the misfortune it could bring. Huh. Looking back now, what I did to you was wrong. It was an extreme situation, yes, but I must have been mad to even consider it. Every time I remember, I wonder what on earth I was thinking. How could I have done something so cruel to the son Mari loves so much? Even though nothing that happened was your fault, I don't expect you to forgive me, but at least let me say this. I'm sorry. I would do anything with my power to ease your burden. There's something you can do. You want a piece of my flesh, but why? I suppose it's not impossible. You can bring it back to the moral world using the relic I left there. Normally this would be forbidden, but I suppose I was the cause of all this. Maybe it counts as an attempt at making amends, if nothing else. There, it's done. I'll send it to the other side. You'll be able to take it from the box there. The mermaid flesh has been transferred to Tamatamako. The current holder of the box may claim it as their own from the evening of August 7th. It seems you've done everything you came to do. This is where we part ways. Know that I won't respond anymore, even if you called me with that signal. Having a means of calling me was prohibited in the first place. Live and be happy, Isa. For Mari's sake, for all the years she never got to see. Be sure to tell him that when you return him to the mortal world. This game is insane. Take it back out. Seems like nothing's changed. Alright, cool, great. Story chart, let's go. Yeah. Okay. Huh. We need a plan. Start from plan details, why not? I've got a plan. Alright, let's take a look real quick. I want to check out this. She has numerous guardian spirits to invoke their powers to exercise spirits and negate certain psychic abilities. Shikigami. Turn a piece of paper with a individual's name written on it into a butterfly, which will return to the individual in question. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Use Shikigami. Enact purification. Right? Is that it? Because there's nothing... Sure. Fuck it. We'll do what Mark said earlier. I don't care. Sure. Okay. That's 3 in total. That's the plan. I'll be sure to do my part. Sounds like a plan to me. I'm sure it'll work out. Last chance to keep it together. I'll go apprise the people not here what you need them to do. I'll also fulfill my own role in the plan. Very well, I'll enact the plan as soon as you give me the word. If all goes well, Akoma's curse should have no effect. You should curse him? It doesn't matter. He's immortal. It's not gonna matter. What, you selfish little brat? Very well. And so Tamashugi's curse was unleashed. Okay. So it's still... Okay, that didn't work. Forgive me. When he dies, it'll delay it? Yeah, hopefully. Alright. What does enact purification mean? There's no, like, enacting purification. There's no purification thing. Like, literally the only thing we need to do is Shikigami and use Curse, I think. I don't think we need to do anything else. Because, like, enact purification doesn't make sense. Unless it's like... Fuck it, let's just try these two. Okay. Did I fuck up? No, still fucked up. The curse was unleashed. Alright, we're gonna go back to the story chart. Let's go back through the desires thing. No, so this is the desires one. Real name. Resume. Start from end. Alright, I'm just gonna skip through these, right? Why are you so silent? Say something. Our lives are almost up. It could be over tomorrow. What are you hesitating for? Sato, say something. Whatever. Skip all through this. If we just obey him, it should be fine, right? I can't. That's just one thing I can't do. I'll do as you wish, Lord Tomashuge. Think you could defy me? Something you should have known from the start. But the thing is, though, she hasn't eaten the mermaid flesh yet. I'm sorry. In the end, I gave in to his threats. Okay. So we didn't do anything wrong there. Okay. So we didn't do anything wrong there. I'm just gonna be honest. Fuck it. Let's just do the plan and let's just use Circe, right? Because, like, no one else has anything. Use a curse, use Shagun. Feast of Shadows. Vision ability, homework. Write a manuscript. None of this makes sense. I think it's literally just Shikigami. There's nothing else that makes sense. Right? Like, I think that's the only thing we need to do. Because she knows the guy's name. God fucking damn it. Okay. Okay. That's not it. Maybe it is purification? Shikigami. Try purification. Go. Confirm. It's 2 in total. Nope. Nope, that's not it. Shikigami and Feast. I guess we could try Feast. Why not? Plan details. Oh! Oh! Yeah! Okay, so we do Shikigami and Feast, because Feast will, because it's nighttime, it'll extend the range of her Shikigami. There you go. Alright, sure, why not? Alright, skip forward. Selfish little brat. Oh. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, cool, good. Usually comes up with a plan to protect Kippei Akama's curse. Prevent Kibei Koma's curse and entrusted to Soto Kiryu. It's now for the moment of truth. Two or three people died from that curse just now. I hope you're happy with yourself. No. Tell you what, if you snivel and weep and beg for my forgiveness, I'll let you off eat. Huh? Oh? Something's off. Does this mean they found a way to stop the curse? Oh! There's a star moving right there. And there, and there. Oh, they're the butterflies. Okay. What the fuck? Paper butterflies? I still can't believe what I'm seeing. Those cards actually turned into butterflies and started flapping around. Turning a bunch of business cards into a swarm of shikigami. Only you could think of something out there like that, Yuza. Figured you could turn a piece of paper with someone's name written on it into a shikigami. Business cards would work just as well. And since Mr. Kiryu was able to extend the effect to cover the entire island, I'm sure it would work, but it's still a relief to say I was right. It was a great idea. Now all we have to do is track down those cards and leave the rest up to Kiryu and his powers. Stop right there! Now that your curse is useless, I have no reason to hold back any longer. Teora no Tomoshige, I hereby place you under arrest. Ah, this hurts! Screw you! How dare you toy with me, you fucking bitch! Sorry, thanks for the offer and all, but I'd rather you died alone. Curse you! How could you do this to me, Osato? Why? Why? Come along quietly, I'm warning you, it'll be worse if you don't. Ah, fucking damn it! Sato, you... He says fuck a lot. He says fuck a lot. And so, Kibei Koma was arrested and the last of the calamities threatening Kamishima was averted. Both Kiryu and Shiki thanked us again. They seemed truly grateful for everything we'd done, including putting an end to the curse of the raging waves. The zombie seemed pretty pleased with himself, even though he brushed it off as only natural for us islanders to defend our home. Apparently the Coast Guard is on its way to assist with the investigation into Mr. Wakamura's death. Shiki and Kiryu are planning to use the Coast Guard's boat to escort Akoma to the mainland. Speaking of Akoma, it seems like he'd accepted his face and confessed to everything. I mean, he's 826 years old. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. Oh, okay, here we go. To that end, he conferred his curse stone to Kikuo, who he had stationed on Kamishima to monitor the sacred sanctuary, tried to threaten Osato into giving herself up. However, when he lost contact with Kik, he realized his plan had failed, and with the end of his lifespan drawing near, decided to head to Kamishima himself. He had secretly been supporting those who sought to lift the curse of the raging waves, and the culmination of their efforts saw the curse broken at last. At the time of its dispelling, Tomoshige found himself confined to a cell in the Yamashina estate. Yoshiatsu, whose patience with him had worn thin due to the increasing selfishness of his actions, including his abandonment of his search for mermaids in the Tamadabako, had decided to punish him for his insubordination. This would prove insufficient to stop Tomoshige. Sensing that the curse had been broken and desperate to reach Kamishima, he used the curse to kill Yoshiatsu without hesitation, having placed the symbol it used as a target throughout the mansion in advance. Upon reaching Kamishima, he headed straight for the Wakamura residence, and then hand out business cards, feeling the end of his lifespan. Okay. Neat. And while he didn't actually name any names, Kik, who had been under house arrest after applying to use her curse to commit murder, was going to be escorted off the island with him. Before Miss Shigi and her assistant departed, they summoned me for a private word. Also, sorry, One Punch, for the ads. I don't know what to do about that. You want me to join the PAB? It was Soto's suggestion. He's quite impressed with everything you achieved. I'm all for it. Make it easier for you to keep your immortality a secret. Maybe even put to a good use. Are you saying you'll send me into dangerous situations just because I can't die? You know, I actually never thought of that, but it's not a bad idea. I think not, man. It would make it impossible to keep his identity a secret. I know, I was just getting ashamed, though. I heard that. Even so, Yuzo, this would require rigorous training to help you harness and control your psychic abilities. The offer only stands if you're prepared to put yourself through that, and it won't be easy. Seeing as you'd be under our surveillance, you'd be able to go about your life with a little more freedom. Seems to me it's not a bad deal for someone in your position, all things considered. What do you say? What happens if I refuse? Will you arrest me? We do have you to thank for wrapping our investigations here. If you prefer a quiet life on Kamishina, we'll turn a blind eye and leave you be. But just so we're clear, at the first time you being on the move, we'll be on our way over here to take you away. I understand, in that case. I'm gonna need some time to think this over. Would that be alright? Really, I thought it'd be an easy decision. I suppose there's plenty of time. Just contact me when you made up your mind. Oh, before I forget, there's something else I've been meaning to ask you. Yeah? Funny thing is, I wasn't planning on coming to Kamishima at all today. Then out of nowhere, I changed my mind. That wasn't your doing, was it? Huh? What do you mean? I kept getting the feeling I was being watched or even manipulated. Especially this morning when I changed plans and set out for Kamishima. It didn't feel like my decision somehow. It was almost as if someone was guiding us here. Oh, I felt something similar to that as well. I thought it was the Tamakazuki. Tamakazuki! Since it only started happening after that encounter. But why would you think it was me? I don't know, something about it reminded me of you. Like it was close to you or something. Close to me? Anyway, it seems like I was wrong. Though I'm not sure what else it could be, unless I'm possessed by a spirit or something. That's out of the question. If either of you were possessed, I would be the first to know. Given that even I cannot perceive the origins of this sensation, it must be something truly extraordinary. Thing is, I also get the feeling that we have this mysterious watcher to thank for everything turning out the way it did. That's how it seemed to me, too. Well, whatever it was, I can't sense it anymore, so I suppose there's no use worrying over it for now that the situation's been resolved. True. And that's where we left it. Then... Okay. But then... Go to Chuo, I guess? We bumped into Shota, who seemed to be on the verge of mental breakdown after hearing about his father's death. He'd already heard about the arrest of the culprit, a man named Akoma. However, it quickly became apparent that it wasn't grief that was weighing on him so heavily. Shota, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to help you through it. Help me through this? What, do you think I'm sad or something? Spare me your inane comments. I didn't mean to upset you. Shota, could you calm down? It's not like you to shout like that. As if you plebeians could understand my troubles. But since you're here, Sato, pack your belongings and get out. I won't have you in the house any longer. Wait, what? You're immortal, aren't you? You're not even human. It's disgusting. Not only that, but you trampled over what feelings I had for you. I have no obligation to care for you. You're a plague upon this island. I hope I never see your face again. Then I guess there's nothing left to say. What gives, Shota? Why are you being so horrible all of us? Shota is like going full incel, dude. Yeah, Shota, you're being a real jerk. Do you have to go that far? Oh, shut up. I can't afford to be nice anymore. Not that I expect you to understand. You have no idea what it means to inherit my old man's legacy. Pretty sure it means you're lucky. He was loaded, wasn't he? Shows what you know. Let me tell you something about my old man. He was good at what he did, but reckless. He racked up heavy debts, walking a fine line between huge payouts and total ruin. All his successes were a combination of killer luck and sheer cunning, making his shoes almost impossible to fill. Not only that, but he has fingers in a lot of shady pies, from loan sharking to land speculating. That kept him just this side of the law. Whoa, really? Taking over for him means shouldering all those risks myself. And if I can't cut it, it's a one-way street to bankruptcy. That's what the old man saddled me with. It's all up to me now, and there's no way out. Shota. Isn't turning the inheritance down an option? Are you out of your mind? If I did that, I'd have nothing left. After the upbringing I've had, I couldn't handle being poor. Damn it all! What am I to do? Hey, Shota. If it helps, I sort of get how you feel. You? How can an impoverished nobody like you possibly understand? Well, you see, I'm kind of in the same boat. What are you saying? You're talking about that thing you found out today, huh? Yeah, I guess Shitaro's the only one I haven't told yet. So, turns out, my dad died too. Tsukasa repeated her story, which we had heard earlier that day. When the Coast Guard arrived to investigate Wakamura's death, a detective from the prefectural police accompanied them and requested a meeting with Tsukasa. The officer announced that the tycoon Yoshiatsu, alias Unk, had passed away and that his will had been unsealed. It started as follows. I, Yoshiatsu Yamashina, hereby bequeath all my assets to Tsukasa Owao of Kamishima. An official notice would be sent to her at a later date, but the officer had thought best to give Tsukasa a chance to prepare herself ahead of time. As soon as she heard the news, Tsukasa's mother let out a whoop and raised her arms in a victory pose. She made quite a spectacle, jumping for joy, shouting things like, "Take that," and "Jackpot," and "I knew he'd pay off sooner or later." Shocked and confused as previously unseen side of her mother, Tsukasa had bolted from the house without a backwards glance. What, you mean to tell me you're going to inherit Yamashima's estate? All of it? It's a mystery to me as well. He was, like, really famous, really? I can't wrap my head around it. What was he thinking, leaving all that to me? It's too much. His total assets add up to something like 5 billion yen. At least that's what I was told. I can't imagine it. You don't say. No one's given me a chance to turn it down, but I don't know how to handle it. Still, he did try to kidnap Sato. Who knows what other shady stuff he was up to. Can't help but feeling I should take responsibility. Tsukasa, are you seriously gonna accept? I guess so. I feel so lost, but I mean, if Shota's in the same boat... Well, it's a big deal. You'll become a billionaire overnight. You'll be like a celebrity. You won't have time for us little people anymore, huh? I don't want that. If I can't hang out with you guys, I'm turning it down. Shota. No, Tsukasa, the inheritance is yours as it should be. There's nothing to fear, I'll help you. You mean it? I'd be super grateful, but... Of course, I've always known you were a clever girl. You'll have no trouble handling Yamashina's estate. In fact, why don't we be partners? You can be my girl, my fiancé. I feel like this is the bad ending. I feel like there is a bad ending here, man. Because he's literally just looking at her like money. Huh? Oh boy. What the hell, man? You can't just pop the question out of nowhere like that. Unk was one of my old man's backers. I'm sure it'd be easier to manage our estates if we combined our wealth. But Come on, there's no need to be coy. I know you're fond of me, Tsukasa. How did you know? What? You wound me. How could I miss the heat of your gaze? I'm not so unfeeling as you suppose. Besides, the feeling's mutual. You've grown into an attractive young woman. Don't think I haven't noticed. I mean, I have? This is too much. Tsukasa. This is our chance, don't you think? We've known each other so long, there can be no doubt we're a match made in heaven. Oh, what should I do? I don't know anymore. My mind's gone blank. This is too much. I need some time to think. Wah! Oh, Tsukasa, wait up. Even your blush is adorable. I'll be waiting. Don't disappoint me now. That's enough, Shota. You've taken this way too far. Oh? Do you have any idea how much Tsukasa cares for you? Her feelings for you are real. I understand her feelings perfectly. Better yet, I reciprocate them. Don't tell me you have an objection. You bet I do. You're just using her. Anyone can see that. The timing's way too convenient. If you go through with this, you'll end up hurting her, you heartless jerk. Not only are your manners lacking, but your wits as well. You're mistaken. My feelings for her are genuine. You liar. You looked like you were drowning until you found out about her inheritance. There's no way someone as selfish as you can make Tsukasa happy. I suppose you dropped this. Frankly, it does not concern you. Azami. Ugh. Must I spell it out for you? This is between Tsukasa and myself. Keep your nose out of it. God damn it. Well, now that we understand each other, I'll take my leave. Shota's so evil. Shota is so evil, dude. And off he went. But there was more to come. Jetty. Huh. It's like if you took Gaston and made him Japanese, maybe. Out of nowhere, Avi and Cersei, who I had barely spoken to in this future, came up to talk to us. Hey, aren't you the kids that dealt with the curse that was hanging over the island? When I learned of your heroic deeds from Yumeko, I simply had to make your acquaintance. Oh, nice to meet you. I've actually heard about you as well. Oh, you hear that, Cersei? Our reputations precede us. I wouldn't go that far. We just stand out too much. Oh no, I've only heard good things, I promise. You're Arnav, right? The fantasy author who's come to Japan looking for adventure. What's that? Did I hear you say the bachelor fantasy author whose novels don't sell and who had to empty his savings just to visit Japan? Humbug, I say. Stick a socket and mind your own business. That's just creepy. How do you know my catchphrase? I assure you that was the first time I've heard those words on Japanese soil. I mean, I guess it just came to me. It appears you have a mysterious secret up your sleeve, Yusa. Who, me? No, But setting that aside for the moment, there's something I'd like to ask you. That afternoon, I was struck by the sudden desire to visit this jetty. Might you have had something to do with that? Huh? You too? You mean I'm not the first? Yeah, someone else asked me about that as well. But I swear I haven't done anything. Hey, not accountable. Literally 3 hours. Nice. Huh, I see. Another question. I heard the request to put Circe's Shikigami ability to use came from you. Mind telling me how you knew about that? Well, I guess you could say that Tamakazuki is responsible for both of those things. Tamakazuki? So you encountered Tamakazuki bearing the memories of a different future. And you believe that this same being or creature, or what have you, has secretly been guiding all of this ever since. Huh, I've never heard anything like that before. I'll explain how you knew about Circe's Shikigami. If your theory is correct, I suppose we should all be grateful as Tamakazuki for bringing about such a peaceful conclusion, but... On the other hand, I nearly died because of this. Really? So what, last I checked, you're still kicking. Well, yeah, but one can't help feeling a little used, as it were. Though I suppose I ought to be thankful for my life nonetheless. Besides, it would take a lot more than this to upset me. I've made it through all manner of do-or-die moments in deadly situations before now. Wow, you must be pretty tough. I'll never get my hands on that treasure now. Still, I suppose I did get quite an adventure in exchange, so fair is fair. Well then, good luck to you, Yusa. Oh, thanks. All this curse business has tuckered us out, so we'll be spending the night here on Kamishina and setting sail for home on the morrow. I'm glad I had a chance to speak with you before we left. You've my gratitude. Take care now. And off they went. After that... Okay, alright. Gotta go talk to someone else. Great day. August 7th. Night. Bay. Later, Sakasa called us together, saying she needed to talk to us tonight. We decided to meet up here. The police investigation was in full swing in the town center and around the Wakamura residence, but out in the bay, everything was quiet. It is a long novel, yes, not accountable. You okay now, Sakasa? Kinda. Some lawyer wants me to go meet him the day after tomorrow. But I'm not even sure what I want to do yet, and honestly, I'm still in shock over what happened earlier. Sakasa, don't rush this, okay? You shouldn't make a big decision like this till you feel ready. It's about your future and no one else's. You gotta think it over carefully and do what's best for you. Azami. You're right, thanks for worrying about me. I didn't call you guys out here to talk about that. So, there's something I gotta know. Oh, okay, what is it? I overheard a bit of what went down with the coma when I was on the... I was up on the roof earlier. You've been alive for 800 years, right? And it sounded like your lifespan must be coming to an end pretty soon. Was that for real? Sorry. I didn't know how to tell you. So it's true. Yeah, I don't remember anything from that far back, but I've always known how long I had left. Seriously then, how long? I think tomorrow night might be my last day. Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow night. This body of mine will fade away like a spray of sea foam. Why didn't you say something? There's so little time left. Isn't there anything we can do to delay it? Please tell me there's some way to change this. Why is this blacked out? Actually, she's gonna be okay. Huh? Sorry, I've been keeping this a secret, but... Memories of the Last Summer, and then an eternal conclusion. Okay. Yuza has done everything he must do. All that's left is to see it out to the end. Because you skipped that ending. The Memories of the Last Summer ending? I don't think we did. The Memories of the Last Summer we did early. We're in the true ending route? Oh, neat. Cool. All of your efforts have been truly remarkable. The fact you are seeing this means all of Yuza Minakushi's wishes have been fulfilled. You have overcome countless hardships and resolved every dilemma. Congratulations. Now then, as you may be confused as to what exactly has transpired, please allow me to explain. Yuza Minakushi's true objective was to obtain the flesh of a mermaid. This was to fulfill his oath of making Sato immortal again before her imminent demise, that they may live in 800 more years together. However, who could have expected multiple curses to strike Kamishima at the very same time? I'm referring to the Curse of the Raging Waves, born 4 centuries ago, and the Curse of Tomoshige, which had built up over 800 years. While such calamities would appear to offer naught but misfortune, as luck would have it, these curses were blessings in disguise. They led Yuza down a path that would otherwise not have been possible. One could very well call it a miracle. The key to all of this was, of course, your efforts. Now I should describe each pivotal event of the story in its order of occurrence. One fated day, Yuza went diving in search for Kamishima for leads to find mermaids. That night, Akoma sent Kik as an assassin to cause the tragedy of Kamishima, thereby allowing him to capture Sato. This shifted Yuza's priority away from his search for mermaid flesh, as he is tragically killed and his mission ends in failure. As it would seem that fulfilling his wishes was never in the cards, and he instead met with a terrible fate. However, the consciousness lingering within his severed head witnessed something inexplicable. It was the sight of his 800-year-old immortal body regenerating a new head. With that, a new mind, complete with all memories intact, formed inside the regenerated head of the resurrected Yuza. The severed head then disappeared, yet the consciousness that had remained within it did not return to his body. Rather, it became a spirit that crossed over into the afterlife, what some might call the eternal world. Thus was another consciousness separate from Yuza Minakushi's primary body formed. And that separated consciousness was you. You once asked, "Who am I?" But may I assume the answer has now become clear? The separate consciousness of Yuza remained in the eternal world despite the firm resolve it had, growing ever more anguished over its failure without knowing what occurred afterwards. It dearly desired to find a way to return to the past self and explain the situation before this failure could take place. So it found a way to the boundary between the mortal world and the world beyond. That is to say, it found its way here to Ryugu. This is the place you laid eyes upon at the very beginning. This is where your duty began. The fact this place just so happens to be where the mermaids reside turned out to be a stroke of luck. But because you would lose all memory of this fact once you pass through the gate into the moral world, I stepped in to humbly guide you along your path. Then, as a spirit, you encountered Yuza during his dive at the bottom of the sea. Because you resemble a phenomenon known as the Tamakazuki, you refer to as such. Needless to say, you were not a Tamakazuki. That is how you possessed Yuza and shared your fragmented memories with him. Even so, it wasn't enough. In your spirit form, you had the ability to use the story chart and travel across space and time to possess other individuals. You entered the minds and memories of various people, jumping between each in turn as you earnestly sought to realize your goals. And that is how things progress behind the scenes during the story. You have fulfilled your role and now return to the world from whence you came. After you viewed what became of everyone following these events, this Paranormasight will finally draw to a close. Thank you very much for your diligent attention. Okay. Oh, so you decided to accept your inheritance, but you're going to university first. Yeah, the wheels are in motion for me to take over the family business after studying real hard at university. Your whole life must be undergoing some major changes. Are you managing okay? You don't have too much on your plate. Actually, about that. Get this, turns out my ma used to be a certified public accountant. I had no idea. Anyway, the plans for ma to manage all the assets while studying my butt off. She was apparently waiting like a hawk for the moment to swoop in and make sure you got everything coming to you. I don't know if I should call her cunning, but Sukasa's mom sure knows how to get things done. That's wild. Oh, that reminds me. There was something I wanted to ask you, Azami. Huh? You mentioned wanting to ask Tsukasa out the other day, so how'd that go? Sato, you're seriously going to ask that right in front of everybody? I mean, I guess it's fine since I already asked her, but that could have ruined everything. Wait, you did? When did all this go down? Oh, I couldn't help myself. I've been dying to know. I had to ask, even if it messed up your mojo. You sure are something else, Sato. Anyway, if you need answers that bad, you should ask Tsukasa. So what did you say, Tsukasa? How did he ask? Where was it? Tell us already. You're way too invested in this encyclopedia. You know how things are with me right now. The truth is, I haven't given him an answer yet. But at least it's not an outright rejection. How long are you going to make him wait? I gotta do some soul searching to figure out how I feel, and I need everything to settle down, so 4 or 5 years? That long. You're gonna keep leading the poor guy along all that time? Right? And to top things off, she asked for my help in the meantime. Your help? Yeah. I want to take over for old man Wakamura and make Kamishima the best place it can be. I want it to be way more convenient and bustling than it is now. An island that tourists flock to, you know? That means I'll need to start a business to manage all that. And as you can see, I've got loads of stuff to do. That's why I need you to give it your all as the leader of Kamishima, Azami. I guess I want all that stuff for Kamishima, too. That all sounds great. Azami will definitely be a big help. Azami's just like, yo, man, I'm down. Just whatever. We're here, right? But my plan is to have Azami rise up the ranks and help me out with a whole bunch of stuff. Once he becomes a big shot like the mayor or something, then maybe we can start going out. That'll take way too long. I'll be an old geezer by then. See what I mean? This is what I have to deal with. It seems like cunningness runs in the family. Well, you got something to strive for now. Good luck with that. But you're belly aching. We're doing this for Sato and Yuza too, you know. Yeah, I know. We talked it all over before. What do you mean you're doing it for us? Let's just say we were surprised when we heard about you guys the other night. Ah. How you became an immortal yourself 5 years ago, yeah? By that stage, you secretly got your hands on some mermaid flesh for Sato. Now Sato has become an immortal for the second time. Add the fact that you guys have decided to stay together for the next 800 years, it was a lot to swallow all at once. Yeah, sorry for dropping such a big bombshell on you guys. Also, to be precise, we're going to be together for the next 795 years. What's 5 years when you've got centuries? 5 years is a long time. Yeah, he's right. We're going to discuss the idea of going for another 800 years when we go close to the end. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's up to you guys. Do whatever you want. But don't forget, you owe us for keeping such a big secret from us this whole time, you got it? For real. See, I told you we should have gotten their advice from the start. Yeah, you've been saying that from the get-go. I know you said you live on the down low in Kamishima, because it'd be a whole other thing if people found out about you two, but people will eventually start getting suspicious, even if you try to lead normal lives. What are you going to do then? Well, we kind of assumed it would all work out somehow. It's true, we haven't really thought about that at all. We feared as much. That's why we're going to protect the two of you. Huh? We'll make some rules on the island so no one will get suspicious of you no matter how long you choose to live. It's going to take some time to put our plan into action, but I'm sure we'll be calling the shots around here by the time people start thinking there's something fishy going on with you guys. I was thinking we could build a shrine for you two to live up in the mountains. Oh, a shrine? That sounds great. We can say gods are enshrined there, so people shouldn't go near it without permission. Then I'll make sure the descendants of the Kamui family are protectors of that shrine all the way down the family line so they'll always protect you. The Somikawa family managed to pass down their legend for 400 years, so I bet my family could handle a shrine for 800 years or so. That's so thoughtful, but I feel kind of bad for making you guys worry so much. Not to mention several generations of your family. It's totally fine, don't mention it. Nothing makes me happier than seeing you and Sato together like this. I knew you went through a lot to get to this point, Yuza. I'm happy for you. Azami. I'm seriously so happy for you, like seriously overjoyed. You heard the man, that's why we won't let anyone get in the way of all this happiness. Azami, Tsukasa, thank you both so much. Oh, Tsukasa, the fact you think of all these plans just for us means the end of the world to me. Well, there's one other reason. Yuz has never been the type to look before he leaves, so we have to be around to make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. Ah, good point. That's not true. You're the one who always got me into messes, Azami. No, you're both wrong. You both have... Do you have any idea how much apologizing I've had to do for you guys over the years? Oh, but you're gonna make it up to me now. I'll work you both to the bone. You too, Sato. We're gonna put Kamishima on the map. You got it. Just tell me what to do. Let's all keep getting each other into and out of trouble from here on out. Am I wrong? I wanted to know what the mermaid flesh looked like. There's a legend in Kamishima. I realized that Glasses Girl is actually Mikasa. Who the fuck is Mikasa? It's a story passed down through the generation about two gods in the guise of a young man and a young woman. They would often leave their shrine disguised as ordinary humans and happily stroll through town. On occasion, they would sneak off the island and travel around the country before returning home. The people of the island would stop and give a small bow whenever they came across the couple, and silently watch as they went on the way. Worth a shot? No one knew from whence the pair had come. Their history was shrouded in mystery. But it's said that this mischievously playful and intimately harmonious couple would always look upon one another with pure joy. There's apparently only one inviolable rule concerning the pair. One must never sneak up and startle them from behind. Amazing. That's so cool. Several decades after those events, the country has seen two new emperors reign, and people with any detailed knowledge of those fateful days have grown few and far between. Now the Kantakisho ruins of Kamishima have become a sacred place for lovers, with couples flocking to it to strengthen their bonds. On this day, the young visitors who happen to come see the sights spot a young man and a young woman together on the roof of the Kantakisho ruins, gazing happily out to sea. Okay, I'm sorry, this singing is too much. Her voice is like, it sounds very strained, dude. I don't know how I feel. Alright, this is cool. Good ending. But, yeah, man. Yeah. How about that? How about that? Song at Eventide. Just sounds stressed, you know? Well. So. Yeah, we're still gonna do some stuff. There's still, like, some other endings and shit. You know? RE9 time? No. No, Why are you saying RE9 time? I told you, I'm not, like, really sure I'm gonna play it. Like, immediately. I'm not sure. You know? That's actually the style, I believe. Yeah, I think so, too. Again, I'm not, like, much of a weeb. It's just, like, I like Japanese visual novels that involve spirits and shit. It just... I don't know. I think it's fun. You know, it's like a mixture of, like, you know... weird occult histories and shit, you know? But yeah, I don't know why you're saying RE9 time. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not spending $70, right? I don't think I'm gonna spend $70 on it. It's just not... I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Okay? Alright, I'm gonna be real. Like, I think... the next game I'm gonna actually pay for, like, meaningfully, is probably gonna be Katamari. Like, the new Katamari game. I still haven't played it. That's, like, one of my favorite games, so, you know. Just, like, letting you guys know, alright? Like, that was fun, though. Interesting little story, man. Very interesting little story. I need a pee really bad. Holy shit. I don't want to, like, miss, like, a post-credits thing, though. This is, like, tragic. This is actually super tragic, man. I have coffee in my coffee mug. Otherwise, I would just piss in that. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. We'll tell you. Yeah, I'm not going to do that shit, all right? I'm not going to do that shit. We're just going to let this go through and see what happens. What are the other endings? Ugh. So we got one, which is like when the guy died. That's cute. By the way, Kang is now working for the Daily Wire. Who is Kang? Okay. So that's the true ending. Alright. Let's take a look. Let's see what our achievements left are. Dude, what is this? Earn all other achievements. Complete the story. Huh? Complete the story. The Tale of the Issa Mermaids. What are all the achievements? Acquire a complete collection of mockingbirds. Complete all files. Be terrible at picking up the phone. Reach Sato's ending. Reach Arno's ending. Reach the bad ending. Catch an Issa lobster. And find the North Star. I think I'm just gonna look it up. Alright, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's 5 endings. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. We're just gonna YouTube it. And then, Maybe we go topside? I'm thinking. Maybe we go topside. I have like a little bit more to do in Ark before season end. Let's take a look. Is Morale going over Hutch now? Wait, why is Morale in Epstein's Island? Huh? Okay, sorry. Anyways. Paranormasight endings. All. Alright. Let's see. Do they not actually have all of them? There's no way. Well, I guess this is like a kind of new game, isn't there? Oh, shit. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Huh. Okay. Just come back to it in a month? Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. What's Morale doing?
Dude, what did Lee Bear do? Didn't Lee Bear, he like stole his aunt's pan?
I'm so curious about whatever is going on here. I'm so curious about whatever is going on. Does anybody want to go topside? I need to get money. Okay, just so we're clear. I need to get money. All right. So, yeah, let's just run this through. Because, like, this is something I need to do anyways. Just for my own thing. This game was awesome, by the way. I love this. This is great. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. Now, I don't want to give, like, type in a review. You need 700K? I think I need, like, 180K or something like that. All right, I think I need like 180,000. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't have as much cool
Millbell,
stuff
thank you for the
if God
5.
didn't agree with me.
Thank
Whoops.
you.
Mm.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. You know, as I said before, by the way, I'm gonna close. By the way, if you're on the YouTube, I'm gonna close out the gaming YouTube stream. Okay. And we're just gonna go to the normal channel. Just for a little bit, okay? Because I might end up doing some stuff and whatnot. Like, I might look at some stuff with Arc Raiders and shit. Does that sound good? Okay? So, if you're on the gaming YouTube, you're ready to switch over to the normal one. And we'll talk to you guys